should be that. Cool. Alright, so when we finished off last time, you had just arrived at the town of Alberwitz after a 4-day journey through the Drakwold Forest and a short but memorable encounter with some spiders.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm.
Jeez.
Spoodies. Mm-hmm.
I did not like them.
So, this had been another couple of days after your spider fight, so let me just make a note of that. So, that there. So, you arrive at the town of Alberwitz. It is much like most of the larger towns in the Grand Duchy of Middenheim. A walled town to keep out the predations of the various Griblies of the Empire. But having never been here before, even Wolfgang, you haven't travelled this far north in the Duchy before.
Yeah.
Lucian might have passed through it on his way to Middenheim when he first moved there, because this road that you see here is the road that passes from Middenheim to Salzenmund, which is the capital of Nordland. So there's a good chance that you might have actually passed through this town on your way here. But it's fairly I don't know. It's not terribly memorable, this town, so I wouldn't be surprised if you don't remember it. So you arrive at the town, and as you are approaching the main gates, probably about maybe 50 paces away from the main gates, you are stopped at a barricade by a small patrol of men wearing the uniform of the state army.
Oh.
And they say, "Hello there, are you the next patrol?" Obviously you're with the other patrol of their replacements. And the sergeant who's with your patrol group says, "Oh yes, we're the new patrol, and we've got some fellows here. This here wizard has been sent by the Grand Guild to make some investigations into what's going on here in the town."
I will bow.
Yep. And these are her companions. And the corporal who's leading this patrol says, "All right, as you were then. If you head on through towards the camp just outside of town, you can have a chat with Sergeant Rittenhouse, and you can then make yourself known to all the various notables of the town if you wish." And they sort of wave you through the this sort of checkpoint on the road, and you enter the town proper. So as you pass through the entrance to the town, the first thing you notice is there's a rather there's a temple directly in front of you that is very obviously a temple to Ulrich. It is adorned with lots of wolf heads, wolf totems, wolf heads, and the symbol of Ulrich is emblazoned on the door as
The,
like
war,
a
the Warhammer equivalent of the 3-wolf moon, right?
yeah, basically yeah,
Yeah.
basically yeah. And that's been sort of
I want that so badly.
a burn etched into the doors.
I bet it has, like in that kind of quasi-Viking kind of,
Oh yeah,
that sort of fake white supremacistly
yeah,
overtoned Viking artwork sort of style. Yeah.
yeah. The town,
Tasty.
other than that, appears to be relatively quiet. It's probably getting on towards mid-morning, and generally you'd think for a town of this size it'd be quite bustling, but very few people are out and about in the streets, and the only people that you can see are a mixture of soldiers and priests who you can tell from the colour of their robes they are Shalyan priests. And as the patrol moves off to go and make themselves known to the sergeant who's currently stationed here, one of the priestesses spots you and walks over. And she comes up to you and says, "Are you the representative sent by the Grand Guild of Wizards?"
Yes, along with the Commission of Health.
Ah, excellent. My name is Sister Georgiana. I'm the lead Shalian priest maintaining the quarantine of this town.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Heike Schwartz.
Likewise. And
Well,
you're...
met sister, I am brother Wolfgang Wigmar. I follow our Lord Sigmar, but I am honoured to meet another priest, another person of the cloth.
Indeed. Welcome, brother.
So, has there been any significant observations so far?
Well, we've tried all of our usual ministrations as the primary religious faith concerned with healing. We have tried all of our usual mundane and more esoteric methods of healing. Magic is one we haven't resorted to yet. We haven't been able to convince a wizard to come up this way to try any magic. I don't know if you know of any healing spells at all.
Unfortunately, I am from the Grey School, but we are the most likely to come out in these situations, unfortunately.
I see. I do understand. Well,
But we hopefully I can bring some new information or see something different. I am not sure, but there's only one way but to try.
indeed. And the rest of you, may I know what professions you have?
Lucian.
Sailor.
I am an alchemist.
I'm a
Apothecary,
hunter.
even.
Hunter of swords, hunting down people.
I see.
Yes, the priest and Lucian, our alchemist, are mostly here to help with the healing. The other two are more for protection.
I see. I understand. Well, if Brother Wolfgang and Lucian, was it?
That's the one.
If the three of you would like to come with me, I can show you to some of the afflicted, and you can make your own observations yourself. The other two of you, I didn't catch your name, sorry.
Gehenna.
I'm Ulrich, eh?
Charmed, I'm sure. You can probably go and speak with the sergeant. They're camped just outside the city walls. He might be able to provide you with some guidance, or at the very least he'll be able to let you know what has been occurring in and around the town.
Well, we could always use guidance.
She nods her head to you, and she leads Hiker, Wolfgang, and Lucian off in deeper into the town, and then sort of takes a left and heads towards what appears to be a tavern.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hello.
The other two of you, do you wander back out towards the army camp?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go with where they're directing me to.
Cool. So you're heading with Hiker and Lucian to what appears to be a tavern.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
So Ulrich and Gehenna, are you wandering off towards the army camp that is stationed just outside the city walls, or town walls, I should say?
I would say so.
Cool.
I'd say we would.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because money
The-
equals more booze.
and also, like, you could find out what's happening. Maybe there is some link.
Oh, look, yeah, I suppose. Booze was my
And-
priority,
And
but
you could get us work as well.
yeah,
Mainly booze.
mainly, look, booze is my priority, but, you know, since you're our buddies, I'll make an exception.
You do need to pay for it, so money's
Well,
always good.
you don't have to, but it
Well,
is
true.
advisable.
Aye.
Yes.
In polite society.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
steal a pint. You don't know my life.
Don't tell me what I wouldn't do.
Absolutely would.
Yeah, look, I'm not in a good way.
Times have been
Not a
tough.
dependence so much as a, yeah. Um,
I think it's just having a cold head for such a while that's just really fucked up Ulrich's sense of self.
More or less, yeah.
hot air rises.
So you, I'll start with the two of you herding out to the army camp. So you wander into the camp, and after asking one of the soldiers, you're directed towards a large tent at the far end of the camp, where you spot two sergeants chatting. One, the sergeant that was leading the patrol that you were with, and another sergeant who you haven't met yet. Evidently, the sergeant who is currently maintaining the quarantine on the town. And once they finish up their conversation, this sergeant turns to you and says, "Right, are you the couple of the wanderers who came in with the wizard just now?"
Yep, that'd be us.
Aye.
Aye. My name's Sergeant Rittenhouse. Now, I hear that you've been hired on more as muscle than as any sort of help for the sick and dying.
Oh,
That makes
Is
it
that right
sound
now?
a bit useless, but yeah, sure.
they don't think we're smart, eh? Alright, alright.
I'm
I
just
mean, you know.
I'm just telling you what I've been told myself. So I
What good's muscle in a town that's sick, lad?
well, you'd be surprised actually. We've been receiving probably every 2 days, 3 days. We've been being attacked at night.
Oh, what by?
No one's been able to get a close enough look at them, and when we in the morning try to come out and check the bodies, they've been cleared away.
Oh, any marks left?
No, other than the usual signs of a scrap. But we have noticed that those who have been wounded by these, whatever it is we've been fighting, have themselves become afflicted with whatever illness is happening inside the town here.
What symptoms are there of the illness?
Well, it starts out that most people start. Initially, they just start out with just a couple of pox-like symptoms, and then they devolve after a time into, well, there's no polite way of putting this. They devolve into gibbering lunatics.
Oh.
They'll try and lash out and attack anyone or anything that gets close to them.
I see.
Do you think that it could be them in the trees? Have any of them escaped?
It's quite possible. We've definitely had lots of people go missing into the woods around here, but at first no one thought any the wiser, because it is, after all, the Drackwild Forest. People go missing there all the time.
So it's not the usual amount of children wandering off and getting eaten.
No,
The
it certainly seems more than that.
Any strange noises? Anything else, well, more out of the ordinary?
We have heard an awful moaning at certain times. It comes and goes, though. Generally, it comes just before an attack.
How would you describe this moaning? Can you give me a little example?
I don't think I could do it justice, man.
What would you say? It's more of a low kind of sad, or is it aggressive? Is it saucy?
Is it sensual?
It's none of those. It sounds more animalistic, if I'm truly honest.
Oh,
Like a
right.
like a wolf with a throat ache.
Yeah,
perhaps.
that's not
Yeah.
far wrong. I'd say a wounded
Okay,
animal.
So guttural, but scared. A tense fear, but aggression,
Indeed.
kind of mixed.
Aye, that'd be about sum it up, I'd say.
No, that doesn't sound good. No.
Hey. Alright,
So what can you point out on? Have you got a map? Could you show me where most of the disappearances have been happening?
Aye, and he pulls out a map, and then with a stick of a stick of charcoal, he just circles the tree line around the town.
Ah.
Says
So
pretty
all
much
directions.
pretty much everywhere, if I'm honest.
What manner of protections have you put up at night? Do the bar the doors, the windows, the usual?
Well, the town's walls are quite sturdy, as you can no doubt see. So generally, we just bar
very fine walls.
bar the gates, and then we maintain a watch atop the gates, atop the walls, and that's about it. Most people, those who aren't actually afflicted themselves, tend to keep indoors, except for when they need to go out and hunt. And we're getting fewer and fewer of those people going out to hunt, just because there's fewer and fewer people coming back each time they do go out to hunt.
Have the animals in the area been affected by any sickness, or have they become scarce since the attacks?
I can't say myself. I've not been out into the woods much. I've been mostly just keeping an eye on this town and its immediate surrounds. I've not delved too deeply into the woods. What hunters who have come back have said that there doesn't appear to be any issue with the wild stock when they find it. It's just a matter of finding it. So I would assume that it is it's been run off by whatever it is that is attacking the town.
Alright, makes sense. Any other details we should know?
Well, other than that, you wouldn't want them to touch you, just for fear of getting this whatever this malady is. Not much else to say. But tell you what you could do for me if you've got the time and you're not busy, go and have a word with the priest at the temple there. I've been trying to convince him to let us house more of the afflicted inside the temple, but he's being right stubborn bastard.
Bastard.
And when you say have a talk with him, you mean, and I, slowly stroke the hilt of my hand axe. Oh wait,
Now,
no, I don't have that on me, do I?
When you stroke it, is
Oh,
it
wait, no, I do.
essential kind of stroking or more angry?
It's more insinuative.
Okay.
It's an implied stroke.
It is replete
Stimulating.
with threats.
Indeed. I'll just kind of go, hey, should we have a chat with him? Is that what you're getting at there, lad?
Oh no, he's a priest of Ulrich. He'd find you. He'd more than be happy to have a fight with you if that's what you wanted. And I think he'd probably take you. No offense
He
intended.
sounds like an absolute lad.
He sounds like a fucking git, is what he sounds like.
Well, shall we go and find out?
Hey, why not?
I'll shake is it captain, this guy that we've been talking to? I'll
Sergeant.
shake his hand and
Yep.
Sergeant, thank you, and say thank you very much. We'll look into it. Let us know if anything else happens.
Will do.
We'll
Also,
listen for the
there's
moaning.
there's no lodgings to be found in the town. All of the spare places that usually would house visitors have been taken over as temporary infirmaries. So if you need a place to spend the night, you're more than welcome to camp with us here, or you can see if the Shallians will have you in their camp.
That's very kind, thank you. Little finger guns. I guess it's finger pistols, finger blunderbusses.
Yeah.
And go in what I hope is the direction of the church.
Excellent. I enjoyed that little Pride and Prejudice reference as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
We will go with the rest of you for a minute. So you approach what is clearly a tavern. There is a sign on the door. All three of you can read, can't you?
I can read.
No, it's me and
I
Hiker.
can try.
Is this me and
but I
Hiker?
won't
Is this
succeed.
So
the
it's
other
you,
guys?
Hiker, and Lucian.
Yeah, so me,
Oh,
Hiker,
okay,
Lucian
then.
can read.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, perfect. All right,
Well,
so
I don't know that they can, but I assume they can.
Yeah. All right. Well, all three of you can read, so you can actually read the sign on the door. On the you can read the sign that's hanging above the door. It says the Halfling and the Boar.
Which one's the tavern?
It is the one that you're pinging. Yeah, it's this one here.
Yes.
Nice.
So, the Sister Georgiana leads you in, and you find a number of Shalian priests, sort of ministering to people who have been set up on tables with makeshift sort of pallets on them, or you can hear more sort of I don't know, the general groans and moans of sick people coming from one of the upper stories as well.
For the uncultured swines, what is Shalian?
Shalian, so Shalia is the goddess of healing, and so the priests and priestesses of Shalia are devoted to healing and sort of cleansing the meek, all that sort of stuff.
I see.
Sheltering the woe-begotten.
That's nice of them.
Yes. Most people tend to not fuck with the Shalians because they're like, yeah, you're doing a good service. They're kind of like the Red Cross,
Okay.
but religious, I guess.
So
Well,
like the
Salvation
Red
Army
Cross.
if they weren't anti-trans scumbags.
Correct. Yeah, that's probably close. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you wander in, and Sister Georgiana says, as you can see, we've had to take over the tavern as a makeshift infirmary. In fact, a good portion of the larger buildings in the town have been taken over as makeshift infirmaries. The guild hall and the hostel have all been taken over as infirmaries. And a large number of the individuals who live in their own houses here are also sick, and we are tending to them within their own homes.
Do you have any idea how it's transferred?
It seems
Or
to
how
be.
people get it?
It appears to be transferred by the inflicting of wounds upon another by one inflicted. So one of the so as this illness progresses, initially it starts out as just a sort of a pox and then a sort of lingering malaise afterwards, and then it progresses after a number of. Sometimes it can take just a few days. Sometimes it can be almost a couple of weeks, and then the afflicted will go through a series of convulsions, and then they will be filled with a rage that frankly is frightening. I have not seen anything quite like it, and they will strike out and attack anything that they can see.
Has any of the patients made a recovery as such, or does it all end the same way?
So far, no. So far, everyone who has reached the raging component of this disease has unfortunately had to be put out of their misery for fear of them injuring or harming any of the others and afflicting further people.
And how and when was the plague first noticed?
First started about a month ago in one of the outlying towns, one of the smaller villages. Just a couple of woodsmen came back from a hunt, and one of them, a few days later, started developing these buboes. Their local healer in town, who just happened to be an apothecary, not dissimilar to yourself, attempted to cure it in the usual way that one would cure a pox, using poultices and leeching. And he was the first to be turned by this individual, I should say.
Which town did you say this was?
It's one about 2 days northeast of here. It's a no-name little hamlet. There's virtually only, I think, 2 families who live there, but it seems
And
to
they
have.
still live there, or have they all succumbed?
They have all sadly succumbed at this point, and that is when it first was brought to our attention, which was when one of the loggers from this town happened to be passing by that town and was attacked. Managed to escape, fortunately. He was one of the luckier ones. Managed to get here without being injured. And using the resources of the guildmaster, managed to send forth a message to Middenheim and alert the temple of Shalia there. And we were sent shortly afterwards. And not long after that, the state army got involved and set up a quarantine here.
See, and that, I guess the Ground Zero village, hasn't been razed or anything, it still stands, does it?
As far as I'm aware, it still stands. It is not safe to head out there, though. There are, well, and she
You say
draws.
it was
She
woodsmen
likely-
coming from the woods that brought these bugos back, possibly. So surely it's not the town that's dangerous, but the woods.
well,
Sounds
and
like,
she
but
she
there might
draws
be,
you off to one side, sort of away from the ears of everyone else, and says, the surrounding woods are ridden with those who have fallen to the raging that we were not able to succumb, who escaped the walls and have fled into the forest. It is very risky to leave this town now.
Can I do like a check to see if this affliction seems familiar?
You can, yeah. You can do a law medicine test for me. I'm gonna make it hard. No, it's gonna be. Hang on. It's going to be hard.
Do we have access to a handout of the map of the area that we bought?
No, you only have a map of the town.
Yes!
Okay.
Oh wow!
I'm a real
Yeah.
doctor.
Wow, good job. All right.
Boom.
So you. Let's see. What would you know about this disease?
Basically just trying to figure out, does it seem familiar to the one that I am familiar with?
Oh yeah,
Does it
right,
seem
right,
like it's
right,
the
right.
same sort of strain?
No, because the one that you are familiar with, is more of a wasting disease. This is more,
An aggression.
it's more of an aggression type thing.
But it's a similar sort of, like, if you had like a Venn diagram, would there be any overlap from what I would remember?
Let's see. You did roll a success. It's hard to say. Like when you were studying as an apothecary in the town that you grew up in, this is when the sort of the peak of this illness was raging through that area, and so you hadn't done enough study to know definitively if there was anything sort of untoward or unnatural about this disease. You at that point in time were much more focused on sort of, learning the ropes of becoming an apothecary. And whilst that does involve the learning of some diseases, you're mostly focused on the cures for diseases and general maladies rather than the identification of diseases themselves.
Yeah.
So no, you couldn't say for certain that there are any links between the two, other than the fact that they both seem to have occurred initially in rather out of the way parts of the world.
Yeah, so sort of just forest dwelling.
Yeah, but that's about as much as you can tie the two together at this stage.
I will just be taking notes and descriptions and drawing
Yep.
pictures of the afflicted in my notepad as well.
Yeah.
I will also ask when we have a chance to see people at different stages,
Yeah, of course. So
and maybe like
I'm
at
actually
their
gonna-
wounds.
I was going to wander around and start kind of like talking to the people who are in this particular afflicted area.
Yep.
And start trying to like sort of pray with them and encourage them that they're going to be all right.
Yep. Okay.
I would like to ask any of the healers around, like, what sort of like, medicines have they been applying? What is their current structure? Just so we can rule it out going forward.
Yeah, easy. And so Heiko, you wanted to have a look at the various different stages of the disease.
Yeah, and look at the wounds and things like that.
Yep. Lucian, you wanted to discuss with the other Shalian priests what methods they'd already tried.
Yeah.
And Wolfgang, you wanted to go and speak with and pray for the afflicted.
Yeah, the afflicted, just sort of work my way around. I guess I'm wanting to pray, and I'm obviously being religious, but
Yeah.
also I'm wanting to listen to them and see if I can learn more about stuff from them. I guess is the intention behind my action.
Yeah.
But also I'm going to spend a bit of time with each person, and take their hands and tell them that Sigmar, the father of the Empire, is with them because they are children of the Empire, and I'm sure that they'll recover and we can get through this if they have enough strength and faith and etc.
Cool. Okay. So I'll get you to make 2 separate tests for me, Alex. Can you make first things first, an average pray test?
Yep.
Awesome.
Nice.
Nice. And the second one I want you to make is a challenging gossip test.
Cool.
Okay. Alright, so you go around and you start chatting with all these various different afflicted individuals, and they all of their accounts are very mixed, and it's hard to sort of piece together any sort of cohesive structure. One person will say, "Oh, I was out farming."
Is that alright? I know I should have said this beforehand, so I should have technically known a challenging one. But can I do like a bless? Not a blessing, the lower tier one, not a miracle, but a blessing.
Yeah.
And with my success levels to just kind of the room.
Yeah, sure.
With a blessing of probably protection, I think.
And what does a blessing of protection do?
No, maybe I'm just trying to think of what I would do. I mean, mechanically, none of them are really going to help that much, but I'm more just thinking of what I would choose. I might go hardiness, actually. No, blessing of hardiness. Just so they get
plus 10 to their
plus
toughness.
10 toughness, but I'm going to use my extra success levels, which I'll take 2 off that because it would have been challenging.
Yep.
So that'd be 4 to make it the room, basically. So
Yeah.
just everyone in the rooms, it has plus 10 to their toughness.
Yep. Nice. Okay. And that lasts for, was it 6 hours? Did I read?
6 rounds.
6 rounds. Okay. Right. So it's like
So a minute.
a minute. Yeah. But they'll feel better for
but
a
they
minute.
feel better for a minute, you
Yeah.
know, with me walking amongst them and telling them that Sigmar's going to make them feel better.
Yeah,
So,
perfect.
they,
Cool.
they probably do feel better, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that goes off the room. All of the afflicted, a bit of colour comes back to their cheeks. Some of them who have been feeling quite low start, maybe breathing a bit easier and deeper. Those who have had like really itchy pox marks, they stop scratching at them because they're like, oh, the itching has subsided a bit. But as you're chatting with these people, as you said, you're getting all these various mixed results. One person says, oh, I was out on my farm and I just got a scratch. I don't really know where it came from, and all of a sudden I started developing these pox-like symptoms and feeling really awful. So I wandered into town and started chatting with this here priestess, and she recommended I come lie down for a bit. And then another person, was a logger and got attacked whilst they were out logging, and one of the people, he mentions people, bit him, and he reveals this bite mark on his arm, which is somewhat gangrenous.
Cool.
And so you can't really get a good feeling as to what's really gone on. Everyone's got a different story to tell, and some people just straight up don't want to talk to you.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I was more praying for them and just being obnoxious.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
that's fine.
the
Cool.
prayer helped. It lifted their spirits
It-
for a
it
moment,
did.
at the very
It did.
least.
Yeah.
All right.
6 rounds is a minute, so that's
That'll
what
make
is
them
it,
feel
six,
better.
Is it 6 seconds? 6 seconds.
It's
So,
6 seconds or
36. So 30 seconds. Okay.
Yeah. that's half
Close
a minute.
enough.
That's fine. You feel
Yeah.
better for half a minute. That's okay. Hiker. So you are having a look at some of the early stages of the afflicted. Can you make for me, please, a difficult perception test? Okay. So I will say with that, you can vaguely sense that there is, when looking at one of these individuals who, they have been leeched, and this person's, one of the priests who has just finished removing the leeches from this individual is, sort of crushing the leeches to sort of examine the fluids that have been removed.
Yep.
And as you're sort of looking at the fluids in this sort of glass beaker that he has, you sort of, for a brief moment, feel like there's some sort of magic tied to whatever fluid has just been drawn from this person. But when you sort of try to get a closer look, you can't see it properly.
Yeah. Okay. So like I saw like a wisp of
something.
magic spinning in the jar, and then when I
Yeah.
tried to
like
find it again,
so quick that you couldn't even sort of get a hint of what sort of magic it was.
yeah,
But you
like in my peripheral vision. And
yeah,
then when I look at it, it's gone.
yeah, exactly. And so Lucian, you have been chatting with some of the Shalian priests, and they have gone through pretty much everything that you would have done to sort of treat at least the treatment for a pox, or some sort of flu-like symptoms, which is a lot of them sort of show up with before the pox starts appearing.
Yeah.
They've tried various different herbal teas, compresses, poultices applied to the topically to the various different poxes as they appear. They have obviously tried leeching, which is something that you are not a big fan of, but you understand that it has its place.
Bit of fashion bloodletting.
So you're at a bit of a loss, but if you want, you can make a healing test for me, and see if you can come up with anything yourself.
What difficulty would you like?
Challenging.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Okay.
Boy, I'm in the
Oh,
fucking.
fucking damn.
I'm McDreamy at this point, bro. Get
Mate.
me on.
You're just the entire cast of Grey's
It's fine.
Anatomy.
I just cured it.
split into
Don't worry
all
about it,
of them.
boys. I've solved it.
You just go
Thanks,
into all of
Graham.
them. Just Snow Patrol starts playing in the background. There's a bomb. You disarm it. You just turn into someone else. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
All right. So you
Play cure.
you sort of are taking notes, and you're listening to what they've been saying. And one of the priests has shown you some of the fluids that have been drawn from one of these individuals. And you sort of, hold them up to the light and have a look, and you sort of, you waft a bit over so you can sort of see if there's a smell to it or anything, and all the classic things that you get taught in chemistry.
Smell the mysterious fluid.
Well, you waft it. You don't smell it directly, because that could make you pass out.
Make sure it
That's
gets
true.
right up your
True.
nostrils, right into your brain.
Right up in there.
Liquor.
And the more you read about, well, the more you look at this fluid and the patients themselves, and the more you hear about what things that they have tried to remedy this, the more you're convinced that this is not a natural disease. You are almost entirely convinced that this disease is magical in origin, without being able to sense magic, because that's not something that you're able to do. Just by the symptoms that have been described to you, and the fact that none of the remedies that would traditionally work to cure those ailments are working, you are fairly convinced that this plague is magical in nature and has been created by someone or something.
Sorry, sneezing. Yeah, I'll pull one of the Dr. Priests aside. Dr. Meredith is the priest's name. And we're like, looking at the wonderful work that you've done and the attempts that you've made so far, you've done everything right. This doesn't feel like it's a natural malady, but rather something that's been manifested. Do you know anything? Like, has there been any reports of anything unnatural in this area that this may have stemmed from? Even if it seems like a gossip, witch's tale sort of thing, do you know anything?
Do I know anything? So the priestess that you've pulled across is sort of thinking for a moment and then says, well, I mean, it's an old wives' tale at this point, but it could be, I mean, surely not. It's millennia old, eons old. It couldn't have
I
been.
don't care how silly it may seem. Spill. Anything helps.
Well, the story goes that the second coming of Babrikos was heralded by a plague that riven the land. Now, Lucian, you would be familiar with the name of Babrikos, but you wouldn't know much else otherwise.
Yeah.
Same for Wolfgang, being from Midland. You would have heard of Babrikos,
Cool.
but you wouldn't know much more besides.
A name.
Yeah, besides the name.
Okay, so I don't know anything any more than that, basically.
No.
Yeah, like we don't know
Yeah.
if it's a person or a time or a...
Yeah, being not from Middenheim itself, yeah, you guys wouldn't know more than just the name.
Sure.
I would thank Dr. Meredith and say, you know, any story tends to generally
I'll be back shortly.
spawn from a point of origin, so that's helpful. Thank you.
It's all right. I best get back to this gentleman here, who at that point in time was just feeling the benefits of Wolfgang's blessing, and so a bit of colour had come back to his cheeks, and he sort of opened his eyes and regained a bit of lucidity that he didn't have prior. So whilst this has been going on, Johanna and Ulrich, you have made your way to the Temple of Ulrich, which is this guy here.
Big old fat boy.
Big old temple looking thing.
Fucker and a half.
So you open the doors, and almost immediately a stern man in his middle ages steps forward with his hand resting on the hilt of an axe and says, "Oh, hang on, I'm gonna sneeze." Oh.
It's unusual.
I
that
offer
you
him
don't.
a tissue.
oh, that's even worse. It ran away. Oh,
Oh no.
that's the worst.
Well, you must be pleased to see me then, laddie.
He says, I already told you I don't want any people quartered in my temple here.
Now, lad, I know how you feel, alright?
Okay, Jason
What?
Statham.
Listen to me. We need more space for the people, eh?
There's plenty of other houses that can be used. The guild hall's barely even half full. Why don't you keep storing them in there?
Because then more and more people get sick, laddie. Don't you get it?
Well, that's their own silly fault, isn't it? They should pray to Ulrich for health and well-being, and frankly, they should just show greater strength of character. If they show strength of character, they will get through this illness.
Where better to pray to Ulrich than in his temple?
Hey! Hey!
I'm not having sick people in my temple.
Bugger. It's worth a try.
Now let me ask you, laddie, why not?
I see this illness as Ulrich's doing. It is a way to separate the strong from the weak, and a way to separate the true believers from those who would believe in lesser deities.
Oh,
Well, there are other forms of strength rather than just martial strength. Mercy is a strength. Imagine how grateful they'll be for Ulrich's mercy if you were to house them here. I'm sure you'd get a fair few converts.
Ulrich is not known for his mercy. I've changed his accent there, don't know why I did that, but here we are. Ulrich is not known for his mercy. Ulrich praises strength above all else, for he is after all the god of war. Mercy is not within his chapter house. If he's looking for mercy, he should go speak to the Shallians.
Or could he not, help fight the disease?
A disease is not a manifest person, a manifest thing for the warriors of Ulrich to fight. That's why it's more within the realm of the Shallians to deal with. Or maybe even, I don't know, some of those wizard folk. They might have better help dealing with it.
alright.
Oh,
How
this
big
is-
does this guy look?
How big does he look?
Yeah, like how muscular?
Look, he's certainly past his prime, but he definitely looks like he could certainly handle himself. And he's significantly taller than you.
Yeah. But he doesn't look scrawny.
No. He's a priest of Ulrich, of course he doesn't look scrawny.
Hmm.
Martial prowess.
Do I reckon, just by looking at him, I could down him?
Or with a punch.
Yeah, like, do I reckon I could, like, grapple him to the ground and hold him there?
You could sure as hell give it a go.
I'll just say, alright, lad, if you're so into your precious strength, how about a nice little one-on-one then? And I'll just try to, like, jump onto him and grapple him down to the ground.
Alright, what we'll do an opposed strength test.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Eat him, lads.
So, it's just challenging.
Not weapon skill.
Nope, it is strength.
Challenging. Am I still fatigued? Probably not.
What was the fatigue from again?
It was from. Oh shit.
Oh, it was from being hungover, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
But
part
the
of
7
it.
hours is gone.
Well gone. Yeah, you're fine.
Get out here, fatigued. Excellent. Cool. Strength. Here we go. Ooh.
You got beat up.
So,
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Brother Wolfram, as you step forward to try and tackle him, he very nimbly sort of grabs you by the shoulders and throws you out of the way. And you sort of,
Shut your mouth there, Jenna. Alright, I heard that. fine.
I didn't open my mouth. It's fine.
You sort of slide across the floor and sort of smack into a pew.
Ugh. Fucking hell. Alright, fine.
I appreciate a good fight, Master Dwarf, but I have no quarrel with you. You clearly are a man of strong character, and I can appreciate that as an Ulrican. But as I must stand firm, we cannot allow any of the afflicted to be quartered here in the temple.
Alright, I am no good at this philosophy talk. What would we have to do for you to agree to keep, allow them here? Is there anything we can do? Glorify Ulrich? Some chores, perhaps?
There's nothing that will change my mind about this matter.
Nothing?
No,
Nothing at all?
nothing at all. The only thing that could possibly change my mind would be a direct message from the Ulrich himself. But frankly, I don't see you getting a message from him.
Alright, noted.
Alright.
It's honestly disappointing. Well, time to get on the beers. Come on.
And he offers you a hand to help pull you to your feet, Ulrich, if you wish to take it.
I will not take it. I'll just yoink myself up, swearing in Catholic.
Cool. And when you rebuff his hand, he says, as it should be, a man should be able to pull himself up from the ground without aid from others.
It's pushing. You can't pull yourself up from the ground, you fucking dumbass. You.
And he sees you to the door and then closes the door behind you.
What a fucking prick! Alright,
As
come on.
we walk away, as we get out of earshot, I'm like, okay, how do we fake a god's appearance?
Well, we all know that there is no such thing as gods, alright? They're all just artsy fartsy, all the magic winds are coming, so maybe Heike will know.
Yeah, actually, good point. Okay, let's get on the beers, and they're bound to find us eventually.
Alright.
So as you wander over to the tavern over here, you are stopped by two soldiers at the door who says, you can only enter here if you're willing to be at risk to the illness.
Oh, is there illness in the tavern?
Yeah, it's being used as a quarantine facility for the afflicted.
You're telling me the town has no ale because of the quarantine?
We haven't had a supply of ale for, well, I'd say near on 3 weeks now. Ran dry about
Hannah's
2 weeks
just
ago.
gonna slowly sit down on the ground.
I'm gobsmacked. But the ale? What? But the ale?
I know, Master Dwarf, it is a real struggle. The men at night find it very hard to get off to sleep if they can't have a little sip of the old brew. But unfortunately, it's water or weak tea for us.
Hey,
Hannah's
I
just gonna
understand.
slowly put her head in her hand.
Hey, well... Alright, and I just rub my head. Can't think with these... The thirst... Alright. Maybe we'll go find Heike first, alright? She'll have to know how to fake a god talking. Ooh.
Yep,
Alright, let's
Right.
go find her.
stand up with a new sense of purpose. We're gonna solve this flipping thing. And we're gonna get some goddamn ale.
One thing that I will point out, Ulrich, it didn't really dawn on you until significantly later, as in basically half an hour ago. But the when you were informed that the town's name was the town of Alberwitz, it started sparking off sort of like these thoughts in your brain of, why have I heard that name before? That's ringing a bell. And then you remembered that the missing person that you were supposed to be looking for was last seen within the districts of the town of Alberwitz.
I grab Johanna by the arm. Let's go.
Yanking me down somewhat.
I've just remembered something.
What?
I've got a bounty here.
Oh,
A lad. He was last seen here.
alright,
I'm
alright.
gonna yank out my the poster that I pulled from that notice board,
Yep, which neither of you can read because good.
and I put a finger on the photo, or the not the
Be
photo,
too
the
powerful.
drawing of the guy. And I just go, this lad. Huh. Interesting. You don't think he'd be dead by now with the the whole quarantine thing that's going on, right?
Others should probably ask around and find out. I mean, it's probably worth a look.
You know what? Let's do a bit of that, and then I'll find Hiker.
Yep, sounds good. For
Yeah.
lack of beers.
Yeah.
Why?
So I'm just gonna ask around to see if anyone knows where he went, or if they reckon he's dead.
Sure. So the first place you end up heading to is the guild hall here. And there's no soldiers at the door of this place. There's just a couple of bored-looking woodsmen who are sort of standing there. They've got axes in hands, but they don't really seem to be they don't seem to have much care for who comes and goes. So you wander on in, and you spot a middle-aged man, somewhat balding, who is having a heated discussion with a priest of Shalia. And as you walk up, you hear him say, "I'm running out of foresters to bring in any more wood for the town. We're going to start running out of firewood, and it's starting to get colder." And the priest says, "We can't risk sending any further people out into the woods. You know what it's like. Every time we send 4 men out, 2 only come back." And that's sort of the point where you approach the two of them.
Hello, lads. I see a heated discussion is in action here, but a question. And I yank the poster up in their faces. Have you seen this lad?
The priest looks at it and shakes his head and then wanders off. But the other man sort of looks at it and goes, Is that supposed to be Gerhard?"
Gerhard. You mean Gernhardy? Aye, that's his name, Gernhardy. Aye. Apparently the rest of his party came back the end of the week and Festag. But they never said why. So maybe you know who he's been kerfuddling with. He's gone missing, eh?
Oh, I bet his missus is concerned. I do know Gerhard. I'm the guild master of the Foresters and Lumberjacks Guild. So I've dealt with Gerhard on and off for many years. It's quite surprising when his crew came back without him. I questioned them all at the time. They said that they were attacked by something out in the wilderness, and that Gerhard was dragged off by something. They chased it down for a time, but then they lost it within the woods.
Dragged off by something? How big's this something?
Well, Gerhard wasn't a small man, you see, so it must have been fairly large to drag Gerhard off, or at least there might have been multiple of them to drag him off.
I do the classic stroking of chin motion that all video game protagonists do at some point. Alright. Interesting. You wouldn't happen to know where they last were in terms of direction?
Yeah. Their last job was actually out a bit further up the North Road, heading towards Salzenmund. They were probably, I think they said, maybe a half a day's walk out, but the woods are dangerous now. I wouldn't be heading out there if I were you.
Well, I mean, you know, none of us would. But look, times are tough, and I'm on a mission. Gotta prove my worth, if you know what I'm saying, laddie.
Indeed, I do understand.
Hey. Oh, also, can you open up the gates here to let people stay in quarantine, or are you already doing that? I check around.
The ground floor is relatively clear of people, but you saw the Shalian priest disappear upstairs, and you can hear sort of the groans and aches of people upstairs who sound unwell. So
What?
he says, yes, we've opened up our upper levels, have converted all of our office spaces into makeshift infirmaries. If there are any more injured and sick, then we'll have to open up this main hall here, but for the time being, it's just upstairs.
See. Fuck. Ah, well.
Is that Brother Wolfram still not opening up the temple?
Hey, we're having a bit of difficulty with him. I tried using a bit of, you know, here and there, but unfortunately it didn't work out for me, so...
I'm not surprised by that. I will say this much, though. Those few people that he has accepted in, who aren't sick, who are sheltering there for fear of this illness, none of them have become afflicted.
Huh. Interesting. What are you getting at, lad?
Maybe this worship of Ulrich is onto something. Maybe Ulrich's blessings are protecting them.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he was pretty big, if you know what I'm saying, laddie.
Not
That
quite
being
sure.
said, I wouldn't go placing your faith in some god. I'd probably stick to lifting the weights, eh?
Well, it's been a long time since I lifted any weights. That's why I push quills these days.
Aye. Alright, well you keep pushing your damn quills and I'll be on my way then.
As you were then, Master Dwarf.
So no one in there has gotten ill. Very interesting.
And as you're walking out, you hear the sound of someone cursing in Khazalid.
I immediately turn around to see if I can identify where that's coming from.
So it's off in this sort of direction.
Wait, which direction?
This sort of direction.
Ah. Interesting. Did you hear that, Johanna?
I did, yeah, that is interesting.
Hey. That was words, that was. And I approach the swearing.
Cool. Whilst you're doing that, we'll wander back to the other three of you. Can I get each of you, please, to make for me either a law medicine, a law magic, or Alex, do you have law theology?
I will have war theology, yes.
Yeah. Any of those as a challenging test, please.
Such a fucking good doctor, honestly. I'm gonna start up my own practice.
Nice. Not too bad. Okay. So, Lucian, the more you study the afflicted, the more you are convinced that this is magical, and you've taken the time to sort of pull aside Hiker and mention your suspicions to her. And Hiker, you having been told, I think this might be magical in origin, along with your previous sort of slight glimpse that there might have been something magical, you focus in on this and sort of start really paying attention to the winds, and you catch a faint whiff of dar surrounding the affected individuals.
My hunch was right.
So
Around the
the,
wounds, or just
The ones who are afflicted.
yeah?
The uncultured swines among us. What is Dar?
Dar is chaos magic.
It's all of them
Yeah.
at once.
Wolfgang, your theology. Let's see, what would that do? You have taken the time to consult your what's the religious book that you have on you?
Good question. Hang on a second. Just going through like a wiki thing about some of the
Books of Sigma.
yeah. Maybe I put it in my thing. I feel like I found one before. There was one that I found that was basically, it was kind of like a sort of life and times of Sigma.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And I think that was kind of what I thought I might have was that. But yeah, I haven't found
Okay.
a specific thing. But I found there was like a canonical life and times of Sigma type
Type book.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been flicking through that, hoping to see if there are any sort of lessons that can be gleaned from the life of Sigma. That may
I mean, always.
always, but also any lessons particularly pertaining to this. Maybe Sigma,
Sure.
during the course of his travels, encountered a town that was similarly plagued by some sort of illness,
Okay.
or some such, or maybe he had musings on the nature of disease that were written down at some point.
Yeah.
But you're struggling to come up with the right sort of passage, and you can't quite find anything. But you keep looking. You're not you're not beaten yet. You want to continue on with it. Sister Georgiana comes back over to you and says, "Have you had any luck with your studies so far?"
To me or to all three of us?
All three of you, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say luck is the wrong word, but we have some inklings in a unfavorable direction.
Indeed. I mean, I'd be glad for any insight you might have. This is why we asked for a wizard to come out here after all.
There is 8 known types of magic, and there is one other. And I sense, I have seen, or have smelt in this case, the other. And that worries me greatly.
Indeed.
I don't know what we can do about this yet. I have to do further research. But it is no wonder your attempts have been unsuccessful.
Indeed, if this is in fact a non-natural disease caused by the
Yes.
the eternal threat, then that is concerning. Indeed.
Very much so. But I'm sure, as all things, there is a way to counter it. We just need to find it.
Very well indeed. Well, it is growing late. You're more than welcome to come and set up camp with us in the. We Shallians have a camp just outside of the city walls. If you wish to come and stay with us, unfortunately, as you can see, the tavern here is turned into a makeshift infirmary, and the other inn has also been converted to an infirmary. So there are a few places in the city, or in the town's walls, where you can sleep.
Is there a temple of sorts? Do you have a shrine to Sigma? Or a temple to Ulrich, I imagine, being Midlanders?
Indeed, there is a temple to Ulrich. You would have passed it on your way here, actually. If you
Of course, yes.
if you yes, indeed. As you head back out towards the entrance of the town that you came into, you can't miss it.
I may return to your camp, but I will need to meet up with our compatriots first
Indeed.
to discuss, and then yes, I will make my way over
Thanks.
this evening.
Very well. Well, I have more rounds to do with some of the other infirm in their own abodes, so I shall see you later this evening then. Cheap. Nods her head
One
to you.
quick question before you leave.
Indeed.
Who would I speak to about gaining access to the walls?
That would be Sergeant Rittenhouse. He's currently leading the army contingent who is here maintaining a quarantine
That is
on the town.
the other camp outside,
Indeed.
correct?
Indeed. You would have passed it
Okay.
on your way in.
Understood.
And
Yeah, just
she heads
well,
off.
I would. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and I was going to say, yeah, as she heads on out.
Oh, on the way out as well, can I find Dr. Meredith?
Roll for me, please, a perception test. Just
Doesn't have to be Dr. Meredith, just someone.
okay.
I'll-
Just another priest or
They're all
priestess.
Meredith.
Look, I would prefer it to be Dr. Meredith. Okay, let's roll for Dr. Meredith.
Sure.
What am I rolling?
Roll for me a challenging perception test to see if you can spot her. You look back over your shoulder to try and spot the young priestess that you were chatting with before, and your foot catches a slightly upturned plank of wood, and you trip and headbutt the door frame.
So crit failure. She's actually just hooking up with like another doctor at the time.
They're making out in the middle of the
Take a single point of damage.
God damn.
thing. Psychic damage.
If any of the doctors come over to come check up on me, can I ask them a quick question?
One of the priests who happened to be sitting outside, sort of catching some fresh air, noticed you headbutt the door frame, and as you walk out, it says, "Would you like me to have a look at that head of yours?"
It is fine. I've been through worse. Just my pride is hurt. I have a quick question for you. There is a or a hold in this township. Is that correct?
Sorry?
Can I ask them? Is there like a so this building here? Is this
Yep.
like a keep or a hold?
No, it is the
Or is
guild
this
hall.
just- Ask them if. Do you have any troublemakers in this town? Where do you hold them? Do you have a cell of sorts?
I could not say. I'm not from this town, but if you speak with the guild master, I think he might have more of an answer for you. You'd probably find him at the guild hall.
Okay, I will do. Just keep walking out and just rub my head and just feel a little bit deflated. Love of my life is gone.
Was she blown up in a
Oh.
car bomb?
I think so.
Yeah.
Probably a plane accident, given the history of that show. Just
Yeah.
out of nowhere, but not even like a plane crash. A
Yeah.
plane just dropped from the sky.
Just fell out.
Just
of the
landed on her.
No, it's a plane accident. She went to the bathroom and it compressed, and got sucked out somehow.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Um.
that's right.
So, Ulrich Johanna, are you heading out of town to go and investigate the last known visible spot of Gerhard? Was that the intention?
Yep.
It might be an idea
Mm-hmm.
to meet up with the others before we do that.
Yeah, because then they'll know where to find the bodies
Also,
as we die from alcohol withdrawal.
yeah, I'm also thinking that 5 people better against an infected person than 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Stick
should
together
also
and
make
be
sure
alright.
we have like armor that covers like limbs and stuff,
Mm.
and like
Thing I
gloves
have
maybe.
literally no armor.
That's all right. We'll push you out first.
Get behind me, skinny boy!
Have an entree.
As they say in Elden Ring, just don't get hit forehead.
Yeah. Get good, scrub.
Yeah, door
Get
frame.
good.
I refuse to get good. How dare you make me
Yeah,
do
I'm-
work?
Get good.
Yeah. I reckon meet up with the others.
I will achieve mediocrity. That's as far as I'm getting. Sorry, carry on. Meet up with the others.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
Alright.
good. Let's do it.
All right. So you, Ulrich, you're wandering off to go and find this dwarven voice. You couldn't end up finding it because your hearing is terrible. You heard it on the wind, and then it disappeared again, and then it was
And that was it.
never to be seen again.
Bloody.
So
I know you're here somewhere.
you end up running into the rest of the party just out the front of the guild hall, sort of roughly around here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I assume you take the time to fill the others in on what you have learned, all that sort
There's
of jazz.
no beer.
Oh, lads, it's a disaster. It's an unmitigated disaster. Alright? We go to the fucking the ale house and it's dry, it's filled with infected people and the quarantine's real, and I tell you what, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might go
And
crazy.
weren't we in the tavern, so we would know that this
Yeah.
has been set up as
Yes.
a thing, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
We're like
There's no
sobbing.
you have to understand, there's no bloody ale. There's no fucking ale.
I think they have other things on their mind.
Oh, they have other things on the map. The ale, lads, comes first.
I
Alright?
have wine.
Friend,
Uh,
they would have had to have moved
I have
it somewhere.
2
It
bottles
was
of
a
wine.
tavern at some point.
You make a
Aye.
very compelling.
Do you think they
argument.
just drunk it to prepare for the end times? Or what do you...
Aye, I do think they just drunk it, laddie, because that's what I would have done. Anyway. And then I just filled them in on everything else.
Cool. So,
Oh, the priest wouldn't let you inside the temple?
You got
Aye,
shit
it's a
mixed
right
by a
mix.
priest?
A real
I'm gonna go
prick
It's
of a
outside.
man.
really funny.
I'm gonna go and bang on the door of the temple.
sure. Alright, so you bang on the door of the temple, and this stern-looking Ulrican priest looks out at you and says, "Oh, we definitely don't want any of your kind in here."
That's so polite.
Why would you say that, brother? We are both men of the Empire, are we not? And Sigmar, our lord, the lord of, those children of the Empire, followed Ulrich too. I do not deny the divinity of your god.
Aye, but you and I both know that Ulrich ruled supreme in these lands long before Sigmar was achieved his godhead.
But it was Ulrich himself who crowned Sigmar and brought him into the Pantheon. Would you deny your own god's actions?
Ooh, get wrecked, kid.
Roll for me, please, a law theology test, but make it an average one.
Cool.
I will do an opposed one and see how that goes.
But his penis is inverted at this point.
Great. Giddy wretch.
I'm gonna use a pointed thing on that.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna use a pointed thing on that. Don't worry. To roll a big fat fucking 100, I don't think so. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Up tonight.
Damn it.
Turned up for what?
The brother Wolfram says, "I don't deny that Sigmar has been deified and that his godhead was given to him by Ulrich our lord. All I am saying is that if a god has to be given his godhead by another god, does that make him a lesser god? I think so."
I am not here to debate the theology of our two opposed ideas, brother. But surely you are a priest for the people, and your flock needs your help. There are folk here who need your guidance, and yet you have holed up in the church. I thought Ulrich was the god of courage and bravery, and yet you stand here, cowering in your temple.
Fucking wreck.
There's no cowering here. Illness cannot be fought through strength of arms alone.
No, it is through true faith that it must be fought, brother.
And I respect the Shellians and their ability to cure the meek of their illnesses.
It is not just the meek who are afflicted, it is the brave and the strong and the mighty too.
And he sort of
Yet you cower behind your walls.
he steps back, and you sort of see in the gloom of the temple that a lot of the stronger and fitter looking men and women of the town are in here, and they seem fine. They don't appear unwell. And he says, I am tending to my flock. Ulrich praises strength of will and strength of body amongst, or higher than all other things. If you are weak of character, then you allow illness to creep in and bring low a mighty warrior. Then you are not
I am
welcome
not
within
afflicted. I am not afflicted, and I have come here with health. And many of those folk who still dwell there in the tavern who are being seen to by the Shylians, they are not weak. They are fighting with Sigmar's strength and passion. They feel renewed.
the very fact that they got sick in the first place shows a weakness of character.
Well, have you put yourself to the test against this illness to prove your strength of character?
I'm not liable to get sick.
But how do you know that? For sure.
For Ulrich watches over me, and I am of strong body and of strong mind.
And yet you need the walls of your temple to cower behind to prove it. That does not sound like the strength of Ulrich to me.
I need not have this argument with a Sigmarite. He goes to close the door.
I'm going to try and put my arm out to sort of stop him and keep this altercation going.
You're having fun at this point.
Alright,
I'm
roll for me please an opposed strength test.
Mm-hmm. So that's just challenging, right?
Just a challenging strength test, yep.
Cool. Oh, for Christ's sake. I think I failed every roll bar one. I got a really good pre-roll and everything else, for fuck's sake.
R1.
Cool, great, nice.
Just get tossed to.
Even better.
So you go to close the door, to hold the door open,
Yeah.
and he brushes your arm aside and says, strength of character. I don't think so, Sigmarite. And he closes the door in your face.
Let's burn it down. What a grade A ass.
That seems like a dick. Let's just put an inflicted in his temple. That's what he does.
Yeah, look, actually.
I mean, that's all I do. That's all I can do. So that happens, I guess. Yep.
Well, he said that he wasn't going to let people in until he heard from Sigmar, so, anyone
Ulrich.
know what, Ulrich, so, does anyone know what Ulrich sounds like?
Oh woo, I'm a little puppy. Oh woo woo. Oh woo woo woo. That's what Ulrich sounds like.
Oh, okay,
Imagine he would sound
Could
like
believe
Mads
that.
Mikkelsen.
yeah.
He would sound what? Sorry.
Like Mads Mikkelsen.
He wishes.
This is not an excuse for me to try and do a Mads Mikkelsen impression.
Have you ever
I
seen
can't.
Valhalla? Oh, Valhalla Rising, sorry.
I have
Yes.
not.
Oh man, that's so worth watching. It's so
It's
weird.
it's like
I have actually
there's
watched it.
barely any dialogue in the entire movie.
There's barely any movie in the entire movie, but it just
That is accurate.
I mean,
Like a hardcore Viking kind of movie, but with no dialogue, very atmospheric.
That's pretty cool.
Mads Mikkelsen being this
It's like
shit
one
of
of- it's
half
like
blind
one of
Viking, and they
your,
go to America and stuff.
What? Amazing.
I mean that sounds good. Look, after having watched that terrible movie we saw a few weeks
oh
back,
my god.
frankly, anything with like somewhat more interest than that, I will find enjoyable.
Correct.
Yeah, the bar is low.
The bar was set very low.
My very favorite moment was the woman who went, "Oh wow!" at like the fifth like mountain shot. That was incredible.
That was a
Anyway, but yeah, that's all I do.
Yeah.
I try to open the door. That doesn't work, so I feel embarrassed and we move on, I suppose.
cool. So, has Ulrich mentioned to you that he wants to go and have a look outside of the town to determine where this fellow that he is supposed to be hunting down was last seen. Do you all go with him?
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
If we're not gonna convince the lad, we may as well do something. Figure we might be able to find something in those woods.
I was planning to see if I could catch the winds on the tower, but if I get closer to the source, that might be easier as well.
So,
Hey.
you head on out through the northern gate and head out into the probably about a couple of hours walk north. Now, there's plenty of footprints along this road. It is a well-trodden path. So I won't need any of you to make any sort of tracking skills or anything at this point. And you can see that as you get sort of a bit further away from the town, there are a number of small sort of man-made sort of paths that sort of disappear off. Not sort of properly made paths as such. They're more just, nature crossings, as you will, that cut off into the woods proper. And you can see by the edge of one of them that there is a number of tree stumps. And so Ulrich, as a bounty hunter, and knowing that this man was a logger, you assume that that might be where they were doing some logging, or at least in that general direction.
Hell yeah, I've seen this shit before.
Yeah.
Man goes woods, man cut tree, man go miss. Tree kill man.
Ooh.
You've seen it before, I know you have.
Not these sorts of trees, but sure.
No, but you've seen it. You know what it is.
So you head off the beaten path, as it were, and I will get Ulrich to make a track skill for me, please.
Uh-oh. Trap.
Hiker, you can also make one, but this is more of a magical track using your second sight.
Is it average?
So,
It will
am I
be
using perception or doing tracking?
tracking, yeah. And it will be challenging.
Ooh, okay.
Both of you, that is. Nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ulrich, you follow these footpaths along through all of these various different lopped trees, and you come to a clearing where you can see there had been some sort of a struggle. Like, the ground is fairly churned up. It's not just clear sets of footprints. You are able to spot, a hint of blood here or a torn scrap of cloth here. But that's about as much as you can tell just looking at this area. You've only had a very cursory look at it. Not enough time to really sort of nose to the
Nothing
grindstone,
substantial.
and nothing really sticks out as to sort of what direction that the attacking party came from or where they disappeared off to.
Okay.
Hiker, however, you sense on the winds of magic that deeper into the forest, heading directly away from you, there is a strong presence of Dar. It's not localized, it is definitely spread out around, but it is much more noticeable than what it was in the town.
So like a 30-degree patch of just star.
Yeah.
It's like I can't. It's just like a big field of it. Like I can't tell exactly where it's coming from.
Yeah,
I just
like there
know
doesn't appear
it's,
to be
like,
any
in
source.
that direction.
Yeah, but it's definitely out within deeper into the forest, and you can't determine how far away into the forest are that you can just feel its
Yeah.
presence out there.
Like, say it's north or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's in a direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll point out to the party. I will say I don't know if this helps what you're looking for, but there is a strong sense of chaos, magic coming from that direction.
Alright. And what exactly does that mean?
Well, we earlier found out that this affliction has something to do with chaos magic.
I see. Well, that's awful. Wait a minute, isn't that the same magic that crazy lady came from? You know the one, the big one with the and I hand gesture the crab claws.
Yes, from the
Not,
mirror. Yes,
not the
of course.
Uniboo?
yeah.
But not the same. Well, it could be the same type, but that one doesn't usually deal in plagues.
Oh, I see.
Those plagues more of the viral capacity. Virulus.
Right. Alright then, well that's terrible. Alright
You
then.
offer to rid the world of the taint of chaos, and yet the Ulrican priest cowers behind his temple walls.
I think if your target was taken, perhaps by these affected, it might be the best direction to go.
Just saying. He's not the first, and I doubt he'll be the last holy man to talk a big game, but do nothing about it.
So, is the intention to head in the direction of the Dar magic that you spotted, or are you wanting to head back to town?
We head in. I think, you know.
I would like to at least. It's late at night, though, isn't it?
It's not late at night. It was starting to get later in the day. Like, it was sort of early evening.
Okay.
By the time you've come out here, you've gone out a few hours. It is definitely, like, the moon is coming out now. It's not completely sundown, but the moon is definitely coming out.
I think
Just Mansleep tonight.
doing this investigation in the day would be more prudent.
Hey. Let's see.
I would agree.
So be it.
The man has been missing for some time. I don't think another day will matter.
Well, I haven't got any better leads to go off, so why not? Alright. Let's wait it out. Well, if I find a corpse there when I should have found a man, I'm not going to be happy with you.
One day old.
That's exactly 24 hours old. I'm not going to be a happy dwarf.
He
Are you
resisted.
ever a happy dwarf?
We were all witnesses to him resisting. Use your head, young dwarf.
Alright. Let's give it a wait then. Yep.
Yeah, I guess we will head back to the village.
Sorry,
For
just 2
one
seconds.
whole day.
Alright, so you head back to the town, and as the 2 separate parts of the party have been told, there are no places to stay within the town, so you have the option to either camp with the Shellions, or to camp with the state army.
stay with the Shellians.
My preference would be the army, but I'm gonna go with the group on this one.
I'm.
Does anyone have any conversations planned with either that would sway this decision?
Not particularly.
As a priest of Sigma, I'd want to probably deal with the warriors, the soldiers and stuff, and try and get a chat to them. I've got my own things I want to talk to them about.
We'll probably be safer with them anyway, and might see some of these raiders.
That's true.
Right, let's do it.
All right.
Plus, there'd be more fun. They might have beer.
Oh, please.
You go and join the army to camp for the night. Sergeant Rittenhouse welcomes you. He being a member of the state army, he when he spots you, not Ulrich, Wolfgang, he makes the sign of the twin-tailed comet and says, "Ah, brother, it is so wonderful to be blessed with a priest of Sigmar here. Would you say a few words to the men as we take our nightly meal?"
Of course, I would be honoured, brother. And I'd make the sign of the twin-tailed comet back at him as well.
Lovely.
It is good to meet one of them, of Midland who respects our place in the Empire. I too am a Midlander, and of course Ulrich has a special place in our culture's heart. But Sigmar is our Lord God, and as soldiers, I'm glad to see that's acknowledged here.
Indeed, you'll find a lot of the soldiers in the Midland State Army are devout Sigmarites. We obviously show our benedictions to Ulrich as well as to the other gods in their own
He
times.
is a warrior god, as is the Pantheon.
But you'll find that most of the soldiers of the state army are Sigmarites themselves. Although they might not be necessarily terribly open about it, but I'm a fairly devout man myself, so I'm quite happy to have you here, brother.
Great.
So he gathers you around the fire, and you all sit and partake of your rations. Sadly, this lack of ale has passed on to the soldiers as well. The soldiers who were here only had a set supply, which had run out by the time that this new patrol had arrived. The new patrol does have some beer, but not enough to share with everyone, sadly.
Oh, hey, come on, lad.
It's considered a part of their rations, and
I'm going to stand up at the head of the thing. Sorry, yep.
Yep. No, yeah, that's fine. I was just saying, basically, the ale supply is considered a part of their rations, so they're not particularly willing to share it.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're making old dwarf sad.
I'll stand up and I'll start, reciting some prayers from my book and, pick a sermon about how Sigmar came to these lands and how he spoke to the people, the Tutor Landers or whatever they're called.
The Teutogans, yeah.
Teutogans, that's right, and fought their chieftain in combat and defeated him with his mighty hammer Galmaraz, and was named king or lord as well there, and how he acknowledged their warrior spirit and that helps in our blood. And I'll make the symbol of the hammer.
Yep.
And I'm going to go for a prayer and call anyone who wishes to join me. And that's fine.
Cool. You say a prayer for all of the those who wish to join you. You find that only Sergeant Rittenhouse and one or two others of the soldiers actively come and join you.
Sure.
But you do notice as you cast your gaze out that a lot of the other soldiers are sort of quietly, heads bowed, sort of muttering along with your prayer. They're just not actively coming up and joining you. So it appears that Sergeant Rittenhouse was correct in his statement that most of the soldiers are Sigmarites. They might not just be as zealous or maybe zealous isn't quite the word, devoted as he is.
Sure, that's fine. That's what I do. Yep, and then I'll have some food and whatnot.
Cool. So you all bed down for the night. And morning is slow to arrive. It's quite misty, and the sun is having a hard time piercing through the mists. And the night has passed uneventfully. There hasn't been any attacks. But as you are slowly waking and being offered a cup of warm tea, which is about as good as they can offer you at this point in time, my pen has stopped working. That's really annoying. There we go. You hear a shout from one of the patrolmen who was up guarding the checkpoint that you passed when you first arrived at the town. And Sergeant Rittenhouse and a couple of the other soldiers and yourselves all rush to see what is going on. And we will jump to this one. Oh, I need to actually move you guys to there as well. Alright. So, as I said, it's still relatively early in the morning, so there's not a great deal of light.
You didn't change my token.
Oh,
God damn it.
I do apologise. I'd already set it up.
Sorry.
So, Sergeant Rittenhouse approaches the soldiers. Oh, yeah, alright. I can do that.
I just found it again, so I just wanted to like double check. But yeah, all good.
I can do that. What
vision?
is your... Let's have a look-see.
Would I have recovered my head wound overnight?
Yes. What is your
Alive.
intuition? Okay. That didn't work.
Anticlimactic. But we're getting somewhere.
Cool. Okay. So you the sergeant has gone over to speak with the soldiers who were manning the the checkpoint, and you sort of hear them speaking in hushed tones, and they said, "Oh, just spotted something moving at the edge of the forest here." And as he says that, a moan comes echoing out of the woods.
A moan. Oh.
Not that type. And you start to, Ulrich in particular, because you've got night vision, night vision.
Indeed.
You start to see just the silhouettes of shapes moving just in the edge of the tree line.
Huh. Well, there's something there, right, lads?
So they're not 28 days later style zombies. They're just going to sprint out of the trees at us. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, lad. Oh my. This is music.
Alright. The dreaded turn order has appeared. Oh, has that all been... Oh no, they're there. Cool. I actually, in a moment of great foresight, actually rolled everyone's initiatives already.
Hey, look at you.
So,
Well done.
now, I'm assuming that most...
That is wrong. That is correct.
No, I was saying, Nick, I already rolled everyone's initiatives. But
Oh,
sure.
everyone.
Everyone. But
I thought you were just saying they're monsters as well.
Yeah.
no, I rolled everyone's initiatives already.
Oh my god,
I
okay.
got put in the bin. I'll see you
Oh.
guys in a week.
So I will kindly reset that, good sir.
Oh.
Stay where you are. Alright. So the... Let's see. So we'll do a bit of this. Alright, so Johanna and Hiker, you both act simultaneously. At this point in time, as I said, it is early in, like very early in the morning. The sun is only just coming up over the tops of the woods, and it is having a hard time burning off this mist that is sort of laying over the area. So it is quite dark. So if you wish to light a lantern or create some sort of light, you may. That's probably your best option because you can't really see anything otherwise.
I'll light up the storm lantern I have.
Cool. So,
Yeah.
do you both have storm lanterns?
I think I've got a. Let's see.
You've got a Davrage lamp, don't you, Seth?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Let me check.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, I've got a Davrage lantern.
Cool. So,
So I'll.
you'll light that up. Now,
Yep, that's my belt.
how much does a Davrage lantern give off now? There we go, Davrage lamp. It is the same amount of light as a candle, but you can aim it. So 10 yards. So a yard is 3 feet, so 10 yards is 30 feet.
Damn Americans.
Cool. Save. There we go. Oh, hang on. I've just done that for... Wrong person. That should be you.
I think mine's harder.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm not sure exactly.
Cool. So you both illuminated your Davrich lanterns. Is there anything else you would like to do at this point in time?
Channel evolve.
Sure. You may start to roll a channel.
Let's see. It didn't go so well with the guns last time, but I'll try and. I imagine I already have my pistol loaded.
Yes, I should assume so.
I'll get that out.
Yep. Not that you can see anything though.
No, but I'll grab it out. At the very least. I can't dual wield.
No.
I need to remedy that or something. Well, I guess I'll aim. Oh, well, I suppose I don't really have the range, do I, at this point?
What is the range on a pistol? I think it's relatively short, isn't it?
Yeah, 20.
Okay, yeah. At this point in time, you are out of range of anything.
Well, then I'll just kind of keep an eye on the tree line.
Yeah, cool.
Pose.
Alright,
Not
so
much
we
else I
will
can do in the
do
meantime.
that. Alright, Ulrich and Wolfgang, it is your turns. Simultaneously.
Yeah. How far can I move? I walk 6 but move 12. So. To there.
Mm-hmm.
Question. The
Yeah.
lighting that's on me right now,
Yep.
is that correct night vision lighting?
So the lighting effect that I've put on you?
Yeah.
Yes. So the light that is currently surrounding you is because the two party members have got their lanterns lit.
Yep.
But
I can extend that by an additional 20 yards.
yes. So if you move forwards, you should be able to see slightly further. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna clasp my hands in prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm calling on Sigma to bless the maker, the warrior dwarf, with the strength of battle.
Lovely.
Alright, lads, get out of the way. Let me show you how it's done.
Do I get a buff or anything if I'm casting spells in shadow? Like if I put my light out, was in the dark?
You know what? Let me have a quick look. I don't think you do, but I will check.
On calling on that and trying to bestow that blessing, I'm going to move forwards.
Okay. No, you don't, Steve.
I didn't think so, but that would be cool.
Yes, it would. I agree. Okay, so you move forward.
Yes.
Okay, it is.
6. There we go. Yeah, I'm going all the way up to there.
All right. In that case, you can now see.
Running headlong and have a look around. Oh my god. Oh, this was a great plan.
This little goober come from? God damn. Surprise, bitch.
Cool.
Goobers.
So that's what you can see.
Yeah.
The rest of you cannot see them. Is outside of your field of range. Wolfgang, yeah, same for you. You can't see these people.
No, that's all right. Yeah.
And that's all the two of you are doing at this point in time. You've run forward, both of you.
Yeah, I attended a prayer and failed again, so that's a good sign. And then, yeah.
Cool. All right, this one here is going to attack Ulrich. Here's this guy.
Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Come on then. Uh-oh. I'll rebuff him with my great axe.
Marvelous. Oh,
I rebuff!
you do rebuff.
Damn.
Thank goodness. Did we tell you how the plague spread?
I don't think so.
Cool. No reason. Yeah.
No reason.
Great.
I mean, I'm sure we mulled over it together, but I'm obviously just like, come on.
Yeah.
Just as soon as he goes to claw me, I'll just buff him back and be like, fuck off.
Alright, some of the soldiers, having heard the sounds of a clash happening up ahead, have decided to sort of move the line forward. And so, buoyed by the actions of the priest, they have stepped forward.
Any of these soldier gimps think to bring a torch?
No, of course not.
Fucking idiots. Hate them.
Then we've got this guy. Let's change back to here. Actually, yep. You would be able to see that. Ulrich. Sergeant Rittenhouse is also going to step forward. He's going to move up to stand next to Wolfgang. It is now Lucian's go.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to come join these scubas over here. Join the party. Can't see shit.
Cool.
Tell me if ever here. It'll be a chess piece.
Lovely. Soldier boy. It's gonna move up to here. And then we've got. Forward. And you would see it. Jump back here. Alright. Almost back to the top of the round. Forward to there. Alright. Top of the round, these last two soldiers come up here to reform the line. Then we've got you. Okay, so this one here is going to attack Ulrich as well. So they now outnumber you 2 to 1.
Remember how this disease transfers? Don't get a wound.
Impossible.
Can we see what they're like? What they look like? Or do we
Ul-
wait till our turn to do that, or
Ulrich is the
not?
only one who can see them at this point in time.
Sure.
But when they get closer to you to be in visual range, then yeah, you'll be able to see them a bit better.
Yeah.
Cool, you successfully rebuff that one. Okay, Johanna and Hiker, it is your goes.
Alright.
I'm going to walk forward
That sounds sensible.
to probably here. That's one there, I'm assuming.
Yep.
I will fire my bolt at it.
Nice.
Channeling 1, not 14. That would be great though. I will spend a fortune.
Do you want to spend the fortune and just make that
No,
success, or you want to re-roll it?
the reroll.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I can give it 1 success, can't I?
It would be a 0 success. It would change
Does
it
that
from a
mean
marginal
goes-
failure to a marginal success.
Okay. But the damage bases off my success levels, yeah? Or is it just
It's-
it's 4 plus success levels?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go for a reroll.
Just do a re-roll? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was destined.
The bolt of shadow sort of flies off into the gloom and flies past the afflicted that you have spotted. You do have some bright light on him, so you can see, if you want to make a perception test, what this character looks like.
I will give it a go. My perception's not great. Average or challenging?
It is in the heat of battle, so I will say challenging.
Yep. Oh, even worse.
Oh, man.
Cool. It's a human.
Yeah.
It's about as much as you can tell. Steph, it is
6
also your go. You may do as you wish.
Alright, I'll move up a bit.
Yep.
Can I hit it from there with my gun?
That's a good question. You gotta.
And move up a little bit more,
You might need to go a little bit more.
like here.
Yep, there you've definitely got range on it.
Cool. Alright, shall I go up to there?
Okay.
I'll point my gun at it and hope to God it works.
I will
Let's
just
find out.
before that happens. That one also becomes visible to you. Cool.
Yep. Difficulty?
It's just challenging.
Come on. Nope, gonna give that another go.
Gonna do a reroll.
Do a reroll.
Oh yeah. The bullet shoots off, and you hear it impact the damp earth behind the creature in front of you. You may also make a perception test to see if you can see it. See if you can sort of determine what it looks like now, if you like.
I bet this is where my good roll goes. I bet that's what happens. Let's find out. There we go.
Distracted by this guy's juicy cheeks.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Alright, you re-rolled it. That's fine. Ignore that dice roll then that I just made.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. You, again, it's a human. That's all you can tell in this, this sort of early morning light with your torchlight sort of illuminating it. We will go you. So, let's see. It is going to run at Gehenna.
I wish it wouldn't.
There, so that is. No, that's just a move. That's fine. It is going to attempt to bite you.
No!
You should roll your defense, Steph.
Yeah. Alright, dodge
Thing-
or...
Seeing as you don't
I
have
guess.
a melee weapon out, it'll have to be a dodge.
Yeah, I didn't think that through. Challenging?
Yes.
Oh, thank God!
Very nice. You successfully dodged that one. You gain a point of advantage for succeeding there. That is that one. So.
Finally, a good roll.
Alright, the one that just shot at you, that you just shot at, also comes to attack you as well.
Oh, that's so rude.
So it now outnumbers you 2 to 1.
Oh, that's also really rude. They have...
Whoa. It rolled poorly.
Okay, that bodes a little better, but still not the best. Let's
That's
find
wiggly
out. Challenging?
Yes. Oh, very nice.
I am so zippy.
Right.
Alright, it is now Ulrich and Wolfgang.
So I'm going to make a perception test of the one that I can see now.
Yep, so you can see a couple of them thanks to the light
Yep.
that has been illuminated.
Yep.
Yeah, feel free to make a perception test.
Challenging though, right?
Challenging, yep.
Yeah. Good.
No, okay.
It's a human.
It's a human. That's all you
Well,
can
I'm
say.
going to try and start calling on them as people of the Empire.
Yep.
Just bellowing about Sigmar and that we need to stand together to fight this plague. It's obviously a horrific corruption
Yep.
of evil chaos, and we must stand together and not harm each other.
Yep. So you're going to try the blessing of
Um,
unification.
I am, yeah. I'm going to go for my last one in fortune on that one.
Sure. I will make a willpower roll for them just to see if they can. I'll do a cool roll. Do I give them a cool stat? It should be fairly low, I think.
It doesn't matter. I failed anyway.
Well, even if it is a fail, I'm going to make them roll a cool test anyway, see if they
Sure.
are affected by it.
Yeah.
I mean, they rolled a crit fail, so.
Okay.
They hear your words, particularly these two that are closest to you, these two here.
Yep.
And they, for a moment, sort of falter in their attacks,
Yeah.
but not for long, and then they resume their mindless attacking.
Yeah.
Ulrich, are you doing anything?
I will. Guess I just kind of have to attack them, don't I?
I mean,
Let me come back and help.
probably not much else you can do.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just attack.
Cool. Which one are you attacking, may I ask?
The one on the left. He looks punchy.
Sure.
I'll attack him with my great axe.
Not a problem.
Let me just double check something really quick. You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm actually going to use one of my talents here.
Look out.
I'm going to use my relentless talent to disengage for free by spending an advantage.
Look out. Nice.
So I'm going to disengage.
Yep.
Wait, is that guy evil or is that guy good?
Which one? Sorry. He is
The
Sergeant.
guy-
He is Sergeant Rittenhouse. He is a friendly.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to run in and charge this boy.
Yep.
Show whoop, right here.
Okay.
I'm going to charge him, thus gaining me my precious point of advantage.
Yep.
It would have been better if I had more advantage, but and then I'll attack
Cool.
on impact.
You do outnumber that one.
A number.
Outnumber because
Oh, you're right, because Johanna's there.
So that'd be an extra 2 success levels on that then.
Yep.
All right. He will attempt to. Oops. Hang on. Click the wrong button.
Try and beat my 111 target number.
He will attempt to dodge that.
Oh!
All right.
Oh, it's good.
That's roll for me, please. D10.
Here we go. This is where it all comes crumbling down. Woo! Okay. And because I forget every single time. Impact. Is it the tens or the units?
The units.
The units. So it's an additional 6.
Yep.
Good God.
So
Okay, so it's 9 plus 12
yep.
plus another 6.
Plus another 6. Okay. Come on, maths boy.
Oh, let me just get Excel.
27, if my math is right.
27. Yeah, it's
Okay.
27. 9 and 12 is 21. 6 is 27.
Yeah, so 27. 27 damage.
Okay. Where'd you hit him? In the torso. Okay.
body.
Well, describe it.
Cleave the monster in twain.
Describe how you cleave this beastie.
Straight up, I just run into him after kind of like going under and weaving out of the way of the other two back there. I sprint backwards. I get my axe like kind of behind me and swing it from under into this dude's kind of abdomen area.
Yep.
as he turns around to notice me,
Yep.
and it just carves him in half.
Beautiful.
So,
Roll for me, please,
as-
a perception test.
Oh shit. I didn't realize this.
Green goo of pus goes all over.
Challenging.
Challenging.
It's the guy you've been looking for.
Oh,
Shit.
God.
So, like the rest of the party, you realise that they are humans, but there's something off about them. They appear, their eyes are sort of bloodshot, as if they haven't slept in quite some time. The one who had attacked you before, was like foaming at the mouth, almost like he was rabid.
Gross.
And like their fingernails had grown long and sharp and pointed, almost as if they were animalistic, and they were, rather than sort of attacking you with weapons, they were trying to like gouge you with their claws or bite you with their teeth. But other than that, they just appear to be humans who have been driven to like rage.
In the brief moment that I did notice it, but yes. Interesting. Cool. Well, as I splay my fucking, as the viscera just kind of, showers upwards and then lands on the ground, I'll just look at Johanna and be like, you need a hand there, lassie. And continue on my merry way.
That's a poor pun. She's only got 1.5.
She needed
Hey-o.
torso there. That's very hurt.
It really makes you sick to your stomach, doesn't it? As I squeeze this.
Alright, so let's see. This one here is going to run at Wolfgang and attempts to attack you. Now, it is hopelessly outnumbered, but it's going to try anyway.
Mm-hmm.
69. Nice.
Nice.
Very nice. You successfully rebuff.
Oh, I got a second success of the night.
Woo!
Nice. Cool. Do I technically get an advantage for that?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. Good.
So
Nice.
I'm going uphill now.
So this is where it starts. You've started the pain train rolling.
Well,
Here we
we'll see.
go.
True.
He's going to come down to about there. This one is going to go here. And we'll attack one of these here soldiers. Oh dear. It's not looking good for Soldier Boy. Crank that, as it were. He will attempt to block this. Oh dear, he has failed.
Oof.
Big oof. Let's see, that is 6 plus 8. That is a decent bit of damage there. He's not dead, but he's certainly not in a good way.
Which enemy is doing the smacking on this guy? Is it this an enemy or is this a soldier?
That is an enemy. Maths. What did I say it was? 6 plus 8. 14 minus. It's wearing armor 2. That takes up 2. 5. Cool. Okay. This one is going to also charge. saying, I should say. You're not outnumbered due to the number of soldiers around you, so you are fine there. Marvelous.
Just launch him back.
Alright, so
Launch him back, brother.
this soldier is going to come around to here and attack
Specimen.
this one. This is yeah. No, he's actually outnumbered 2 to 1, so that's going to be 3 to 1. Nice. Marvelous. So that villager takes 5 plus 5, 10. So okay, soldier 5 is going to attack the guy who just attacked you, Alex, with his sword. He does outnumber it at least 2 to 1. Oh wow, good job.
Nice.
Even better.
Incredible. Incredible.
They both fail that. It's quite impressive. You gain a point of advantage. Put that there. Alright, so
I'll be right back.
yep, you're up. What's the range on that? How far can will that move? Oh yeah. Alright. So shambling out of the night comes a skeletal warrior. And as he charges... Skeletal, yes.
Okay.
And as he charges at Sergeant Rittenhouse, he cries out, "Oh gods, the return of Babrakovs!" and preps his shield to defend himself.
Got Babaganosh.
And the skeleton will attack him. Wonderful. Rittenhouse will attempt to parry with his sword. He succeeds. Marvelous. Rittenhouse.
And nothing to worry about, mate.
Rittenhouse can have a point of advantage. Good stuff. It's actually his turn, so he's going to strike back. It's quite convenient of him. Nice. Wrong one. Skeleton. Going to attempt to parry. He fails. Sergeant Rittenhouse deals a blow to the head of this here skeleton. What is that? 8 plus 8 is 16. Yikes.
Mate, is oh no, this is
Return
scary.
of-
Bam!
Bam,
Whack him
take
in the
that.
head.
Wacky stick.
Call
Fucking
an
who?
ambulance, but not for me.
Pretty much.
Let's see. So that is armor 2 to soak. 5 of that. What was that? Was 16?
16, yeah.
Cool. All right, Lucian, it is your go.
Alright, this is the soldier that got bit, hey? Or is it this the soldier that got bit?
It is that last one. Yeah, this guy.
Would it be out of my realm of possibility to know that there's a bad boy here? Would I be able to see him at this stage?
You wouldn't be able to see him, no.
Alright, sweet.
But you can see that Wolfgang and Sergeant Rittenhouse have been attacked by some humans and a skeleton.
Rittenhouse on my right.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can see that Ulrich and Johanna have also tangled with some other humans.
Yeah.
You may make a perception test to see anything more about these humans if you wish, or you can do as you wish.
This is tough decision making. I'm going to go over to here and just beat the shit out of this guy with the blood side of my hammer.
Cool. Alright.
Game really makes you think sometimes. We could be
It's more
looking
like
at
I
this
just
we
want to
have
be able to
answers.
see this. That's what I want. What am I
True.
rolling at this? Sorry,
Uh,
challenging. Any advantage to
Yeah, you outnumber it 2 to 1, so it'd be an average test then. Let's go to dodge.
It's average.
Yeah, average for you, yeah.
I'm gonna re-roll that because
Sure.
I want to smack something. Smacked it.
And he failed his dodge, so that is 7 plus 3, 10 damage to the torso. He is going to...
Great.
3 of that. What's Frenzy do again? Oh, cool. I probably should have read that before. That's fine. Bear that in mind. Okay, so he has taken...
So
what
that's
was that? 7 plus 3 is 10, so he's taken... Alright, this soldier here is going to attack that one there. Soldier, going to attack with the sword. One. Nice. So he's going to dodge. Oh, he fails. Oh dear. That is 6 plus 8. That is 14.
Some of these guys' rolls have been just impressively bad.
Right, so this guy's going to sprint at you, gaining a point of advantage. And he's going to attack Ulrich.
He wouldn't fucking dare.
Would help if I roll the right thing. That.
He can fucking try.
He actually did pretty alright, all things considered. No, but he does not
He's
succeed.
fighting with fingernails, yeah.
you at the critical mass stage again.
Sorry, what was that?
So the next is at the critical mass stage again.
Just about.
All is well, brothers.
Alright, that's that one's turn, and
We're
then
critical mass.
this guy is going to forward to there. He's not visible yet. Ignore that. Cool. So then it is this guy. He's going to lunge through with his spear and attack this one here, who has been wounded by his fellow. So he's going to attack. Outnumber him 3 to 1. That. Glorious. Praise be to Sigmar.
Can you ping the one that's
What?
doing the stabbing and that's being stabbed?
Wow. Okay, so this guy here was stabbing this guy here.
Shit.
And he has been felled.
Whacked.
Stabbed through with a spear.
Oh,
He was yoked.
what a Chad. We hardly yaught him.
Shamble. So we're back at the top of the round. So what I'm going to do is daylight is quickly approaching. So I'm going to do that. It's slightly lighter now, as more daylight pierces through the clouds. Right, top of the round. We've got Soldier 1. He's going to attempt to attack the guy next to him. That one. Wow. Wow.
These guys. Oh wait, no, Town Boys.
Yeah,
Oh.
he did not do very well there.
Oh.
But neither did he,
Oh,
in
but-
fairness. So it is still
Worse.
technically a success, but not really. No fun was had.
It's technically an advantage gained, but
At what cost?
at what fucking cost?
Alright, so Soldier 2 is going to stab through with his spear at the same one. Come on, boys, what are you doing? These soldiers, they've watched one of their fellows get bit and all of a sudden they're like, oh!
Weak.
Well, he rolled a critical fail, so he definitely loses that one.
Fucking weak, man.
He gained a point of advantage. 10. He is going to. He's going to charge here. He'll now become visible slightly. And he's going to attack the soldier in front of him there. Having gained a point of advantage. They're not doing very well. Sword. He succeeds. That's a point of advantage. Yep. Alright, this one charges Lucian.
Dick.
Is going to that.
Guess I should try and oppose that. How do I? So, because I still have an advantage of rolls with it, hey?
Yes.
Is it still like a challenging roll?
Yes.
Or so in the case it's challenging,
Yeah.
advantage gets applied. Can I reroll that? Oof.
Okay, you succeed in rebuffing him. You gain a point of advantage for that.
I have one more fortune left.
Cool. This one is going to charge at Ulrich here. And
Fuck
shall attempt to bite ye. He does technically outnumber you 2-1 now.
That is true. That is true. Well, good fucking luck.
Yeah. Crit fail? No, okay, that's fine.
I am become death. Then.
The Destroyer of Worlds. Delightful.
Exactly.
Okay, well. Just outside of line of sight. Get another one of him. It's going to attack him. My god, I cannot seem to roll any bloody hits with these guys, can I? Deary me.
It's been a bit of a messy evening, I think.
It has been just a touch. Do you have any advantage? It's a single point of advantage. Okay, well, he succeeds. But at what cost? Alright, Johanna and Hiker, it is your goes simultaneously.
Alrighty. What I will do, kind of debating whether or not it's worth getting my sword out because the guns are just not working. I think we're kind of within melee range now.
Yep.
If I get that out, is that like my move? Can I do anything else?
If you can choose to do that and sacrifice your movement, so you could theoretically attack this one that's like attacking Lucian.
So I could draw my sword and attack it.
Yes.
Alright, I might do that because guns just have not been working.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I might use my non-magic sword for now, so the face bleeding doesn't happen. What difficulty?
You do outnumber that one 2-1 technically, so it'll be an average difficulty.
Right. Hey, nice.
Cool. It does not do very well, so that is 7 plus 5 is 12. Describe how you kill this one.
I draw my sword and in one smooth movement, I lunge forward, stabbing it straight through the neck.
Nice.
Nice.
And it is no more Hiker.
I will stand over here
Cool.
and
My man.
I will shoot this one.
Yep.
Or attempt to
Yep.
bolt that
Just
one.
attempt to bolt that one.
He's roll good.
Dick.
Nice.
I don't think that's good enough though. I'll use my fortune to make it 4 success levels because I think that's what I need to cast it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Passing up is 4. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you use a fortune point to make that an extra success level, which means it goes off. So
Yeah.
that is 8 points of damage.
And it ignores armor.
And it ignores
if
armor.
I have any.
It doesn't have any, so it's fine. So it takes. Cool. You gain a point of advantage for that one. Ulrich and Wolfgang, it is your turns.
I am going to cry out to Sigmar and ask him why he's forsaken me, and attempt one last time, beseeching the one in front of me to stop fighting and let me heal him, let me help him.
Yep.
So I'm going to attempt another prey.
Excellent. Oh. Oh. All right. Let's see
There
how
we go.
he goes with his cool.
So this was that one I was messaging him about. That's what I was sort of trying to go for.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that
yeah.
style of like, Sigmar-y, we're people. Don't be a not person.
Yeah. Right. He's going to attempt to make a cool test to see if that gets through to him, which he fails.
Good.
So you see a moment of lucidity come over his eyes, and
Yeah.
he sort of blinks a few times and takes a step back and says, "Oh, thank you, priest. It's so hard to fight this rage inside."
Then fight for Sigmar. Could I still make an attack now or not?
Yes, I will allow you to make
Okay.
an attack.
Sure. Then I'm going to swing my hammer at the big skelly boy.
Yep.
That's there.
Yep. Okay, you do outnumber it 2-1 because
Right.
of Rittenhouse, so feel free.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. But yeah, I'm yelling at him. So then, fight for Sigmar then.
Oh, I thought you were just
So-
saying like, then fight for Sigma. Murder him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I put to do the extra for that. I put a +1 and just SL bonus, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing.
Okay. Well, the skeleton could roll terribly. They have been rolling
Good.
badly all
Oh, for
night.
sure. Yeah, it's great. Even with 2 in advantage as well, it's incredible. So good.
He rolled worse than you
Ooh.
did, so
He does. There we go. Excellent. Nice.
you still technically gain a point of advantage.
Great. But I missed, didn't I?
You did
I
miss
didn't
it.
actually hit. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, cool. Okay. Sure, that's fine. I'll go with that.
Although,
Cool.
because so at the end of the round, because you failed to hit anything, you will lose all your advantage. So it's
Okay.
a 6
Cool.
of 1. Technically, you gain a point of advantage for winning the opposed test,
Yeah, and then I lose it all.
and then you
so
lose
that's
it all.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, that's fine. Cool.
Ulrich, it is your go.
Well,
Just briefly, I wanted to put all the bonus success levels. I mean, however you want to measure my success on that pray miracle thing
Yep.
to time, basically, to try and affect him for as long amount of time as I can.
Yep. Okay.
Just inspire him specifically.
Yeah. Okay. Not a problem. I can
If
do
that
that.
makes a difference or not. But,
Yep.
Yeah.
I will bear that in mind.
Cool.
so this guy is now on our side, or is he just like a bystander?
You don't know. All you can see is that Wolfgang has shouted a fervent prayer at this man in front of him, and this man has sort of stepped back. He stopped fighting Wolfgang and has sort of seems to have become lucid.
It was
Right.
probably like a Sigmarite clap of thunder or something, because I think it's technically a miracle, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. It's your call whether it's a miracle or.
I'm going to say it's more of a blessing than a miracle.
Okay, in that case, it's subtle.
It's subtle, yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
But yeah, the only thing you see is that he sort of seems to regain his lucidity.
Okay. I'm just gonna smash this lad here
Go for it.
on my left. Here we go. Great axe away. Well, that doesn't really help. Don't know what happened there.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, does it? It doesn't even say what you rolled, does it?
No. Try this again.
Yeah, give it another go. That's weird. There we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
How strange. He will attempt to dodge. Good fucking luck to him, I say. He does succeed.
But I succeed harder.
You do succeed harder. Roll for me,
Jesus
please, a
Christ.
D10. D10 plus 1.
Oh shit! +1. Well,
Well, okay then.
I'm doing fine. I'm
You're
doing
doing
dandy.
alright. Alright, how much damage is that? It's a silly amount, isn't it? 19?
So 9 plus 6?
Yeah, sorry, not 19, 15.
Yeah, 9 plus 6.
Alright, well,
Yeah, 15.
you cleave his leg off.
Beautiful. Left leg just whoop. Down he goes.
Alright, this one who was in front of you, Wolfgang, is like, it's so hard to fight this, but with the will of Sigma, I will do my utmost. And he disengages from you,
Cool.
and he'll move back to here.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That one there is going to charge in, so he is immediately replaced by another raging lunatic
Cool.
who will strike at you.
Sure.
Nice. Very nice.
Cool.
Gaining back all that advantage you just lost.
Well, only one, but yeah.
Right, this one
That
is
works.
going to attack. So 4, I reckon. So nice. Soldier boy is going to attempt to parry. Oh dear! Another soldier gets bit.
Ugh.
That is 6 plus 7 damage. So that's 13. They can soak. That's 8. Cool. He is dead, so it is that soldier's turn. He will return the favour. Oh wow, good stuff.
Gosh, they are.
They are rolling truly awfully. Cool. So one advantage is gone. He's not well. So 5. Right, so the soldier next to you, Wolfgang, is going to attempt to slice the gentleman who just decided to attack you.
Great.
Oh, he's actually maybe hit. There is a moment of hope. This one.
There's a marginal chance that me might happen.
Yep, he succeeds.
Hey!
He has actually hit the man. So it's- Right, so the skeleton that is attacking Sergeant Rittenhouse shall continue to do so. We will do that. Wonderful. Sergeant Rittenhouse will attempt to defend himself.
Come on, Sarge. Easy. Easy.
Loves it.
Oh god.
Loves it.
You'd love to see.
Don't know why I've put that there. Actually, it was even better because he should have had a point of advantage, but it's not come through for some reason. So he now actually has 2 points of advantage. Alright. He is going to return the attack at the skeleton. Incredible. Nope, not that one. Skellington. Wow. Cool. So he loses all of his advantage. Gone. Lucian, it is your go.
Just gonna smack this guy with the
Please,
hammer.
you may.
I'm gonna try and do. I would have like seen this guy, right? Like, just be like, there is some lucidity.
You would have seen him step back from the others due to the torchlight. Yeah.
But would I have like been aware in the heat of battle as to why he's stepped back?
No.
Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna like swing aside of the cannon this guy then.
Go for it.
And it's just challenging this time.
Just
because-
challenging. Yep.
One advantage. Slammed.
Nice. That is 7 plus 9, quite a bit. 16. That's another one that you've slain.
Yes.
You hitting him with the hammer side or the pick side?
The hammer side.
Cool.
I'm
You,
gonna smack him like right under the armpit.
yeah, nice. Just fracture a
Just
bunch of
take
ribs
them.
and
Yeah. Crushed a lung.
crushed a lung. Beautiful. Another point of advantage for yourself, obviously.
Can I move after I've done an attack?
Yeah. You're no longer at risk of triggering something, so that's fine.
I'm gonna move to here. Like here.
Yep. Okay, not a problem. It is that soldier's go. He's going to attack the guy in front of him. Probably not going to go very well because they've not been doing very well.
Historically.
Historically, they've gone poorly. And it plays out. What do I hit that one? Yep. Nice. Alright. So one of these afflicted will attack you, Ulrich. Nice.
Nice. Here we go.
Nice.
I got it. I think I got it.
You're fine.
Boom.
A skeleton comes shambling out of the dark and attacks you, Ulrich.
Wouldn't fucking dare.
It did, as it were.
Well, shit.
And currently it
It's a lot of
outnumbers you.
stuff.
So wonderful. Come on.
What
Come
up?
on.
El Debaccio!
He is going to move to here. And he's going to attack past you, just over your shoulder with a spear, Alex.
Yep, sure.
And he's going to stab through at the guy in front of you. So that technically means that numbering. Come on. Lagged out. Did I do it too quickly? Oops. No. That attack did not work for some reason. Let's try it again. There we go. Classic. Wonderful. Okay.
Just on every side. It just. Ugh.
Okay, so you're getting attacked by yet another skeleton, Ulrich. You are currently outnumbered 3 to 1. Goodness, he actually hit something.
Oh
Maybe.
my God. Maybe.
Maybe.
I do have fortune on my side. I don't need it.
You don't need it, you're fine.
I'm good. I'm okay.
Okay.
Holding fast. This does. I am concerned about the 3-to-1 though. That is concerning.
It's fine. I'm sure you'll manage.
Ah.
Okay, so this soldier is going to attack the skeleton in front of him with his sword. He has 2 points of advantage, and he hits the skeleton, theoretically. Yes, he does. That is 6 damage. How much toughness do they have? 3. Wow. These are some big numbers they're rolling here. Takes a single point of advantage. Glorious. So 2 is going to attack. Spear. Good stuff. Thoroughly enjoying how shit these soldiers are. Nice.
Dear.
Okay, advantage. Okay. That is another one that's taking some damage. 6 plus 3 is 9. Advantage. That's another one there. Cool. Alright. You are dead. You are dead. Skeleton. It's going to strike the guy in front of him. Wonderful. There goes all of his advantage. Okay. Gehenna and Hiker, it is your goes.
Alrighty. Let's see. Can I move up to here on the other side of this chap?
Yep. You will need to pass a cool test if you want to move closer to the skeleton.
Alright, let's find out.
I will also attempt to move to there, so
So same thing, you will need to make a cool test.
Yep. Is it challenging?
It is challenging, yes.
Okay. What if I sniffed this? Alright, let's try that again.
Okay. Hiker, you succeed.
and I will be stabbing with my sword.
Okay. Gehenna, you fail and you are not able to approach the skeleton, so you will remain.
So I cannot
You are here, I
approach.
believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So that
No joing for me.
you cannot attack the skeleton there. You can move off elsewhere to try and attack something else, but you
Yeah,
cannot
fine.
attack the skeleton.
Aw.
Nor can you move closer to the skeleton. Nice.
What have we got here? That's
Okay.
I saw guys. Because I can't get here. I could move in next to the soldier here to provide some support, I guess. Is that useful?
You could theoretically move it might take you a couple of moves, but you can move round to sort of here.
Yeah. So how much can I move?
So you can move a total of 12 spaces.
Okay. So no, it's lagging. Oh no. Stop. Okay. Here we go. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Oh, there we go. I have run along the back lines.
Alright, cool. Let's see. You got a 62. I rolled a 2. I actually think that I best you there.
I know we draw, and that means you win. Yes.
Yes.
Do I lose my advantage, or do I just not gain advantage?
You technically you don't win the combat, and therefore you lose your advantage.
Okay.
And he gains a point of advantage. Okay. Ulrich, it is your go.
And me as well.
And Wolfgang, yes.
Yeah. So, spurred on by the success of that prayer, I'm going to call again on Sigmar to bless me with some strength.
Yep.
For a blessing of battle, before I attempt to smite again. No, that's fine.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go for
A wallop?
I'm going to try and hit the dude that's right in front of me that just tried to attack me.
Excellent. Go for it. Oh!
That's good money.
Nice.
That's good money.
Okay, so that is 10 plus 8. That's a lot of damage.
Plus another 7 because of damaging. Oh no, I can take success levels all the units, sorry, never mind. So yeah, it's 10 plus 8, so yeah, 18.
18. Yikes.
How
Okay.
is my two-handed Warhammer doing less damage than a lot of other weapons? It seems low, but anyway. I mean, it's a lot of damage, but yes.
That is a lot of damage. In fairness, he only rolled a marginal failure, so if the difference had been greater, you
That
would
is
have done
true.
a lot more damage.
That is, that's true. That's true. Never mind, it's all good. It doesn't matter. Yes.
Right,
Warlock.
yeah, that kills him.
Okay,
You
yeah. I just
smash his arm.
sweep the hammer from left to right and just smack it into his left arm, and he just folds over the hammer and crumples.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Ulrich, what were you doing?
I'm going to attack the Skelly. Took down my dear hiker.
Cool. So you now outnumber it 2 to 1,
Wait, how do I outnumber a 2 to 1?
because Hiker is also fighting the skeleton.
Isn't...
It just looks like Hike is dead.
It
Yeah.
looks like Hiker's dead, but Hiker is technically occupying the same space as that corpse there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll great axe him. So that he cannot damage it. Hiya! Oh! It's the holy number! It's a critical success plus 6 on 66!
Okay, first things first, let's see what happens here. Nice. Okay.
Then
Roll me a d10, please, plus 1.
Plus 1? Yeah. That was intentional.
Rookie
All
mistake.
part of the mind games. Boom. There you go.
Rookie mistake. Okay, how much damage is that? It's a silly amount. So 9 plus 10 is a lot. And then you rolled a crit as well. So, it was a right arm crit.
Right.
Oops. Jarred arm. Fairly sure that skeletons, being constructs, ignore the effects of critical wounds unless it's decapitation or an amputation. Well, I will check.
I just get the feeling it's not going to matter.
Yep, it does not matter. But
Damn it.
you do, I think, kill it. Let me just check. What was that? 19 damage. And it has already. It can soak.
Plus
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
chain
nah, you do kill it.
Crunch
Kill it
it.
dead.
A good clean sweep.
Nicely done. Wolfgang, you did your attack, did you not? Or if I remember rightly?
Yes.
Yep, you killed the guy in front of you. Right. Your friend that you managed to inspire continues to back away from the fight. That one there. He's going to. Good. Nothing happens there. Advantage. He's going to attack. Wonderful. Okay, that is another. How many wounds? 5 plus 3 is 8. Cool. So this soldier successfully manages to down this guy here. So 5. Attack. Oh goodness. Bloody impressive. Okay. Skeleton is going to attack Sergeant Rittenhouse. Skeleton has achieved a grand total of nothing so far. You defend himself. Nice. He does so. I think Sergeant Rittenhouse may just actually do something here. I think he might have just done it. What's that? 8 plus 10, 18. Yep, Sergeant Rittenhouse successfully slays the skeleton in front of him.
Jeez.
Nice.
Go Rittenhouse.
Lucian, it is your go.
Right, I'm gonna waddle my way up behind this guy. Just absolutely crack him in the back of the head.
You need to make a cool test for me, please, as you approach the skeleton.
Fucking no. It's just normal cool testing.
Yep, challenging.
Come on, be a cool guy. Be a cool guy. I am not a cool guy.
Do you have any more fortune, or are you tapped out?
I have one. Fucking let's do it.
If you want, it's up to you.
I'm a cool guy.
You are a cool guy. You successfully managed to shake off your fear, and you approach the this guy here. Is he the one you wanted to attack, or the skeleton?
Yeah, the actual, the zomboid.
Yep. Cool.
I feel like my science brain would be kicking him like this guy can't be inflicted. He's a skeleton, that's silly. Kill his cat. Do I have any, like, is he outnumbered?
Let's see. 2 to 1. Yep. Yeah, he is.
So it's just an average test.
So just an average test.
Pumped.
Nice. 7 plus 6 is 13. So- Right, the soldier who is facing him on the other side is going to, buoyed by your actions, is going to try and swing at this guy as well. So he still rolls terribly.
Shit, 3 of them are inflicted. Holy shit.
Cool. Right. Afflicted is going to attempt to attack Ulrich. Attempt being the operative word here. He still outnumbers you 2 to 1. That is a critical hit.
You sick fuck.
Oof.
Oh,
12 successes.
damn.
Just want to quickly check something. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
But I want to check. Yep. If you score a critical, your opponent receives an immediate critical wound. So, you will take a critical wound regardless of the fact that you technically won that test.
So I don't lose my advantage?
No, from what I'm reading here. If you score a critical, your opponent receives an immediate critical wound as your weapon strikes true. Beyond that, SL is calculated as normal, as is who wins any opposed tests.
Oh.
So technically, you still
I
win
still
the opposed
damage.
test, but you
Oh,
take
I
a
don't
critical
do
wound.
damage. Right, okay.
Oops, I've got to click on the right bloody one then. It's that one.
Just
A wrenched collarbone.
What the fuck? I'll look it up, shall I?
I've got it here, don't worry. Roll a d2 for me, please. Cool. Your left arm has been wrenched. Drop whatever is being held by that hand.
My axe!
Yep. That arm is now useless for...
Oh
9 rounds.
no. Oh. Okay, it's not the worst. It's pretty shit, but it's not the worst.
how does that?
You can use your offhand. No,
No,
but
no.
you
Not
can.
for a
that-
two-handed weapon, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a two-handed weapon.
It's a two-handed
Okay.
weapon, but I can still use my hand weapon, which is an axe, which I have a higher weapon skill with one-handed, but lower damage, so...
I
Um,
think won the battle, but got hit anyway.
Well, it's almost like when they clashed weapons, it like tore a muscle.
Bastards. Fucking bastards.
Skeleton is going to attack you.
I bet it is. Wait, me?
Yes, you.
Oh.
Could
It's all coming downhill.
I'm going to... Can I yank out my hand axe?
I don't think you will have enough time to do that. So your only
Not
option
a
will be to
polite
dodge.
It's time to douche, and douche is not good. Where's douche in the combat? There's the douche. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna do a fortune.
Okay.
I'm doing it. Keeping this advantage no matter what. Hey,
Nice.
there we go.
Good job. You successfully dodge.
Oh my god.
That would have been disastrous.
Whew.
Okay. This soldier is going to move to here and is going to stab through with his spear at the afflicted in front of you. He's not done well before, so I'm not expecting much. Oh my god. This will be the moment
Bullshit.
that he somehow manages to dodge as I watch this. Okay, no. What's that? 5 plus 7 is 12. You gain a point of advantage. Nice. That skeleton is dead. We're back at the top of the round. You gain another one of those. Right. This guy is holding on for dear life. He's going to swing at the skeleton in front of him. Wow. Good stuff. He's going to do spear. Ooh, maybe. Yes. 5 plus 2 is 7. There. Alright. This afflicted here is going to turn around and attack Lucian. It's not looking promising. Yeah, you're fine.
Do I get an advantage?
Yep. You are now maxed out on advantage.
Yes.
This skeleton is going to. This skeleton is going to attack you as well. So technically that numbers you 2 to 1. Nice. Cool.
No.
Denied. Johanna, Hiker, your turns.
Okay. And I hit him.
Who are you trying to hit?
The enemy dude. Yeah. Is that him in the red?
Yep. You moved closer to a skeleton, so you'll need to make another cool test to see if you are able to approach him.
Alright, let's find out. That's right. Hey!
Nice.
I'm
You
super
have
cool.
you have resolved. You have charged in to face the enemy. Right. So you're attacking the afflicted guy. This one here.
Yep.
Cool.
Let's do this.
Stab
Challenging.
mightily. It is actually going to be average. You outnumber him 2 to 1.
Alright, let's try. Okay. I'll take it.
The defender wins in that one. gaining himself a point of advantage.
Do I lose mine in that case?
You do, in fact, you lose yours.
No.
Alright. Hiker, it is your go.
Who is this bloke?
Which one? That guy is the one that Wolfgang managed to use his blessing of
Vince.
unification to
Yeah.
break through whatever rage has affected him, and he has been backing away from the fight.
Alright. I'm gonna move to here and try and bolt that undead.
Sure.
Nope.
Nope. Your bolt
Does
heads
not
in its
go
direction,
off.
but does not succeed.
No worries.
Alright. Ulrich, Wolfgang, it is your turns.
Alright. Let's fucking smack down. So I'm gonna sort of, stride forward manfully to this skeleton and give it a whack.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Do you have anything that prevents you from, that enables you to move towards objects that cause you fear?
I do not.
In which case, you will need to make for me a cool test, please.
Okay. At what difficulty?
Challenging. Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me.
I think you just shit yourself.
Lavish.
I will use this moment to remind you that you may, if you wish, spend a point of resolve to just auto pass psychology.
Yeah, I'm gonna
attack.
do that. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got resolve on the butt. I'm
Wow.
fucking warrior priest of.
I still haven't gotten mine back.
Yeah, you have to do something that is
Yeah.
in fitting with your motivation
Motivation.
to return your.
I would argue a lot of what I'm doing right now is pretty pro my motivation.
Oh,
so
I'm
gonna
not
spend a
just
point of
I'm
resolve
not
to
disputing
pass
that at all.
All good.
What is the difference between fate and fortune, brother?
Thank you for reminding me.
Fate is like, I don't want to die. I just so happen to be over this way now. Whereas fortune is like, in the fight, I would like to do a bit better, please.
That's right. And how much? And how do we get? How does resilience and fate work out?
So, resilience and resolve can both be earned back by doing things that are in fitting with your character's motivation.
Yeah.
Fate can only ever be granted back by extreme actions,
Yeah.
in keeping with your character's motivation. But it
Yeah.
has to be extreme.
Why do I have 0 of both currently?
0 of both? You should not have 0 of both. You should have 0 fortune if you've spent them all.
I have spent both my 2 fortune this game. Yeah.
Okay, then you should still have 2 fate then, because you have your fate should equal your fortune, and your
That's right. Yeah.
resolve will equal your resilience.
Okay, fair enough. Well, my resolve was 4, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But look, I can sort that out later. That doesn't matter as much. I'm gonna hit the dude.
But the resolve is easier to get back than your resilience.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yes.
Yeah.
So my resilience should be at 4 still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So do I outnumber him by 2 or not?
No, it is a
No.
one-on-one fight there.
Cool. That's fine. Great. So where are the other dudes? Are they just standing back a bit further? 'Cause
So
I just killed the guys in front of them.
let me see here. So you are here. So there is this guy is dead. This
Yeah.
guy
Okay.
is
No, makes
dead.
sense. Yeah. Cool.
You wallop him thusly. He has nothing to counter. He does not succeed. That is.
I'm gonna make it 8, so 18 damage again.
Nice.
Well, actually, it's more than that, isn't it? It's 7. Oh, still 8 is still better than
8
that.
is still better than 7. Yeah.
Yeah, so 18 damage.
18 damage. Alright, that is going to be. He can soak 5 of that. That is more than enough to dispose of him.
Cool.
And you shatter its pelvis and it collapses to the
Just
floor.
smash down onto its thigh and kind of just its whole leg just comes off and shatters and fragments. it just collapses in a heap.
This guy
No.
continues to back away from the fight.
Mhm.
He is dead. Soldier 4 is going to move up to here and attempt to assist in the fight against this here skeleton. So, again, a number of 3 to 1. This should, in theory, hit. Chance. Bloody hell. Alright, 5 plus 1, 6. This skeleton is hanging around. Okay, one advantage. Take another wound. So 5. Incredible. These soldiers are truly awful.
Oh,
Marvelous.
they're adaptive. That's the key.
He's dead. Sergeant Rittenhouse will what's Sergeant Rittenhouse going to do? Sergeant Rittenhouse is going to come around here and attack this afflicted. So it is currently at number 2 to 1. Sergeant Rittenhouse is loving it.
He's doing great work.
Oh. Well. He has slain him. Lucian, it's your go.
Giving this guy a good old left hand with the blunt end again.
I missed a lot of that, sorry.
Smacking this guy with the blunt end.
Sure. You currently outnumber him 3 to 1, so that is going to be an easy roll. Auto crit. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a critical success.
You bloody love to see.
Nice.
So that's that.
Target number 130.
That's good stuff.
Cool. Alright, let's see. So first things first, it was a right arm crit, so let's roll one of those. Sliced tendons.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'll be right back.
Alright,
I used a blunt weapon but sliced regardless.
hey. Wow, that's impressive. Sliced tendons is a good one. That's right at the tippy top end of the roll here. Sliced tendons. Your tendons are cut by the blow, leaving your arm hanging useless. It's essentially an amputation. Gain 3 bleeding, 1 prone, and 1 stunned condition.
Oof.
Must pass a hard endurance test or gain the unconscious condition. So he's not having a good time. You also dealt a silly amount of damage to him. So 7 plus 11. I mean, I think you can just kill him instantly from just straight up from the trauma. In fact, you do.
Yeah.
He was only on 2 health anyway, so he is
I
straight
was
up dead.
gonna say, like, I roundhoused him so hard with the blunt end that I actually crushed through his arm so hard that the pointy end actually sliced the tendons on the way through.
Yeah,
as
nice.
It, like, impales itself in the middle of his chest cavity.
Nice. Right, Soldier 3 finds himself free to attack the skeleton now. With his sword. Okay. Marvelous. That's 12.
Your soldier's doing a bang up job.
About bloody time. That one there. That one's dead. We're back up to... Oh no, it's the tail end of the round. This guy is going to move... where is he going to move? He's going to move around here to support his sergeant. We're at the tippy top of the round. This guy is going to attack the skeleton. Oh, this one gets... no, that. Cool. Right. He does have point of advantage. Cool. Advantage. Sword. That's impressive, considering it was very easy and he had advantage.
Thanks.
Defender wins. Loses advantage. Skelly boy gains a point of advantage. This guy with the spear is going to attack past his friend.
Wait, what is generic soldier's normal target to hit? So if he's plus 40 and has advantage and he's only got 55 as the target number, is his thing like 5?
He's plus 10. Is one advantage.
If he's plus 10 plus 40, it means his target number is 5, which doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Target number, yeah, would be 15.
His
40.
target number is 45, so I don't know why it's not taking that into account. That's
I
weird.
wonder if they should have been hitting the whole time.
Oh no, it's on the wrong one again. It's...
Although the skeletons are challenging is a 25. I don't know if that's actually their weapon skill though. It probably is.
Okay.
I don't know how good. I don't think they're very good at fighting. It's a skeleton.
Oh, he actually succeeds in defending. This skeleton is doing ludicrously well, all things considered. He is dead. It is the skeleton's go. He's going to attempt to attack. Johanna. Why not?
I think she's away from the computer. Hang on.
Ah, okay.
Sorry about that, just getting a drink.
All right.
Have I missed anything?
The skeleton has, in front of you has just attempted to attack you.
That was rude of it. Alright.
He's undead. He doesn't have feelings.
Oh,
What line? Did I dodge or parry? Let's try parry. So I just do like click on the weapon for that.
Yep.
Difficulty.
Challenging.
Oh, hurt your feeling. No. Alright. Should I try one more?
Have you got any fortune points left?
I don't think I do. I think I blast. Well, I don't parry.
Alright, that is 7
Yep.
plus 6. So that is
Truly
13,
hurtful.
13 damage to the left arm. So you can obviously shave some of that off with armor points and toughness.
Oh, that's so pain. Oh, that's right. I toughened up. That's nice. Sorry, my brain stopped. I can't do math.
So how many points of armor do you have on your left arm?
I have 2.
Okay, so that deducts 2 points of damage. And then
then
what's your
take
toughness
4
bonus?
off 4, so I take that off, and then I'm left with 7. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, so you just take
Oh,
7.
half my wounds. Ouch.
It is now yours and Hiker's go.
Well, I'm heading back.
That seems reasonable.
I thought so. Let's see. So, is it challenging, or do I get a?
No, you currently outnumber him more than 3 to 1, so it is going to be easy for you.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Yay.
Very nice. What is that? That is 7 plus 6.
Play it like a xylophone.
I mean, it doesn't particularly matter because it was actually only down to 2 wounds, so you managed to slice
I want to
and dice.
scatter it
Hell,
so that it makes hilarious marimba noises.
Nice. I enjoy that.
Yes.
So,
The ultimate no you.
So if we didn't think magic was involved before, skeletons.
Yes, but that's a wrong type of magic.
Both spooky and scary.
Where's that dude going?
Alright, they're all gone, right?
yep.
Cool. I'm gonna try and go to my dude that I, seem to have helped.
Yep.
Let's just have
So, he is looking at you, and you can see that his eyes are wide, and he's gritting his teeth, and he's slowly backing away from the fight, and he says through gritted teeth, "Don't come any closer. I don't want to hurt you."
And you won't, my child. I am here to help you with Sigma. It is Sigma's guiding hand that is shielding you from this horror. I have priests and wizards with me who are sworn to Sigma as well. We've come to help from Middenheim. Let me bless you some more, and perhaps we can heal you from this affliction.
Make for me another pray test.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to try and go for like a blessing of courage.
Okay. He continues backing away. He's like,
Mhm.
"Don't come closer. Don't come closer."
Hi, I call to Hiker and Lucian. Perhaps you can come and help? You know more of the healing arts than I may. But this man seems to be fighting off some affliction, with the strength, with thanks to the strength of Sigma.
I walk over with my sword out and say, "Do you want to pass on a message?" And then, I don't know what to do to help this guy.
I call to
Yeah.
Lucian as well. Yeah.
Sort of
Maybe you can heal him. I don't know.
Does
We
he
can
seem
have a.
wounded?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll come visit.
Come and
The-
talk to us. We will keep a distance, but tell us what you know. Perhaps we can help you and others.
He
Where did you get? You've been bit. Do you remember where? By whom?
Yeah, I remember. It was that Gerhard. It's like a groan in the distance.
That's an in character. That's an in character sound, I believe. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You're gonna have words with that wife.
Gerhard, this guy.
Fucking this guy.
He
Where did he?
he was a fellow logger. I knew him. We worked jobs together occasionally. He came blustering out of the undergrowth about a week ago. Jumped me out of nowhere, bit my arm, and ran off. And
Oh,
ever since then, I've just been raging, just wanting to kill things. I've killed people already, and I've killed animals. Anything that I spot, I'm compelled to kill it.
But you have not killed us. You stopped. Sigma helped you.
I don't know
Can
why.
you show me your arm?
He reveals his arm to you, and you can see that there is a gangrenous bite mark on his arm that has started to go septic.
What do you recommend, Wolfgang? It's sort of past what I can normally do.
Have some faith. I can help try and heal him, even if it is just through prayer.
Thoughts and prayers.
What's the press?
My first thought is if we can just restrain these people until we can find what's causing the curse, perhaps.
Well, then perhaps that is
Sigma
it. We
will
can
lift the curse.
look after him and.
Well, if you can do that, I have 3 possible patients behind us that may need some attention before they turn as well. Just gonna start walking back over here.
My friend, would you allow us to take you back if we secured you so that you couldn't harm others, and perhaps we might be able to cure you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But make it tight.
This is the sergeant, hey?
Which one?
This goober?
You're gonna have to ping him for me.
Bing, 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 bing.
That's not pinging. You need to press and hold to ping it.
And press and hold.
There we go.
That's the camera.
Yes, he is the sergeant.
Okay, I will ask him, do you have a hold in this garrison, like a steel cage for the uncouth, that we could possibly store people in while we find an answer?
I think the guild master might have a jail back in the guild hall. I'd have to check with him though.
So
Second
now I
question.
can take the manacles. Ulrich, come with your manacles. We will hold this man and keep him safe. So maybe perhaps we can cure him.
As unfortunate as it may be as well, your men who've been bit may need to join them.
Alright, come here. Pull out the manacles with one arm.
Yep.
I'll come and help.
Going to go to this guy
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say, what is your name? And give him a healing draft.
Yep.
Say, I want to see if this helps your affliction.
His name is. He's like, oh, I'm Sergeant Johan. Soldier Johan. And he takes the healing draft and he swigs. Can you make for me a perception test using your second sight?
Is challenging.
Let's call it average.
Fuck me. Oof. Yeah, I don't have any fortune, so that is what it is.
Which is the soldier that got absolutely cooked early on in the fight? It was this guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Chip, he's in a bit of a bad way. I'm going to come over here and see if I can do just some triage, some normal first aid, and to firstly stop any bleeding.
Yeah, go for it.
What name did you give this guy again?
Johan.
Is this just a heal test?
Yep, just a straight up heal test. Average for you. Nice. Wow, that's really good. He gains back. An amount of healing. Heal skill, intelligence bonus plus SL wounds. So what's your intelligence bonus?
That's INT, right?
Yes.
Plus 4.
Fuck, he gets it at 10 wounds. Nice.
And while I'm patching him up, I'm just going to announce to these soldiers so they can hear me. The likelihood is, boys, you he will turn. You will need to be incarcerated for the time being, or else I'll point to the corpses. You
Yeah.
may be among them.
Well, they need to start making some very specific rolls. We need to get them to start making some endurance rolls. Okay. Well, he failed. You need to make an endurance roll. Oh, he succeeded. Nice.
I'm so mad if I just heal this guy for 10, then he turns into a zombie. Like, fuck.
And then you need to make an endurance roll. That one. He also failed. Ulrich,
Yeah.
you need to make an endurance roll, please.
What if I don't want to? Let me get rid of my advantage first.
It's easy.
Easy. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Oops.
Okay.
I know how to drink, so.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh,
Okay, I can remove that from you then. You are not affected by the disease.
Excellent.
Right, so you managed to bind this guy's hands, and you sort of lead him back to the rest of the group here. So he'll come back down to the road over here. And as you lead him back down to the road, he goes batshit crazy again. And starts like freaking out and lashing with his manacles and trying to bite whoever's nearby. I'm assuming Wolfgang and Ulrich, you would have let him.
I was going to be like
Yeah.
trying to lead him.
Cool. He's going to attempt to attack you.
Sure.
Um,
So I wanted to have manacled him with his hands behind his back,
yep. He's still going to try and bite
but
you.
I'm not uncomfortably. I'm not like full on like American cop kind of thing. I'm just, or Australian cop for that matter.
Yeah.
I'm more just trying to put his arms behind his back so that he's not, he can't go with his hands at me straight
Yeah.
away.
He is going to try and
Yeah.
bite you, however. So that is
Sure, that's fine.
by the by.
Sure.
Good stuff.
I am
Technically, it's
absolutely-
not combat, so your advantage will have ended.
That's fine. Sure.
Is he trying to attack me as well?
No,
At
he's
the
trying to
same
attack
time?
Wolfgang.
Okay. Cool. I was thinking he might be in a bit of a frenzy, as it were.
Is it challenging?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Look at this.
Glorious.
Look at the power of Sigma.
That's it. I mean, you've seen me literally do miracles, like my hammer turned into like a fiery miracle.
Yeah, but
thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
anyone can do that, surely.
Sure. Yeah. Yes. No, I'm just gonna I don't know, just again staunch him with the haft of my hammer.
Yep.
And then I want to kind of, I guess, knock him unconscious. Try to knock him unconscious.
Yeah, that's fine.
But with my fists.
Yep. Do you have melee brawling?
No.
No? Okay, make for me a standard melee basic test for me then.
Sure.
He can't defend himself, so
Yeah.
it'll be unopposed. Cool. Yeah, you clobber him and knock
I
him
just
unconscious.
just straight. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Then I'm gonna put him over my shoulder.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna gag him as well.
Yeah.
Not like really tight, but again, just get a cloth around him and sort of in his mouth, so it's harder for him to bite people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. And with that, yourself and the soldiers troop back into the town. And I think we'll leave it there for the night.
Cool. Yeah.
That's good.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, that was good fun.
Yeah.
Well, some goddamn skeletons.
Some violence, we had some plot, we had some romance.
You attempted some romance. You headbutted a door frame.
Disgraceful. I was just going to ask who at the prison was. That's all I wanted to do.
And yet, you managed to introduce your forehead to a stiff door jam.
I was going to be like, hey, do you know where the jail is? Because you've stolen my heart.
Ayo.
Nailed it.
This feeling
Yeah.
inside, I should be locked up.
Yeah.
Or something.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. Well, thank you all. That was good fun. That
So
went
thank
a
you.
lot longer than I had strictly planned, but that's fine. That happens.
If your soldiers could roll,
Yeah,
Any
they all rolled atrociously poorly, didn't they?
It was a messy combat. Like, all of us kind of didn't do well until the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I hit one person with a bolt and then did nothing.
Yeah.
So I just kept trying to pray, and that failed, and then eventually got a couple of good hits. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, that was good fun. Alright, well, I should probably try and get to bed because I've got work in the morning. Yay.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
And I guess we'll do this again in a couple of weeks.
Hell yeah.
cool. Awesome.
Sweet. Alright.
Catch
Thanks
us all.
very much all. So,